Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's right, it is on this Friday. Bart, Carlin, you. Oh. I got to be honest. I'm so thrilled to get to Friday this week, and this week feels like it kind of flew by, and I guess that's a good thing in a lot of ways. But I'm excited to get to Friday. We got some more college basketball tomorrow. That's going to be on ESPN 1050, I believe, with Louisville and SMU. I'll be flying out after the game to get to Kentucky. Maybe we'll do a Carlin's Corner table out there. We've got a Carlin's Corner table today with what I would call a New York institution, and it's got a very special tie-in, and that is coming up later on in the show. Mr. Scott will be here. He is finishing up with his get-up responsibilities this morning, so Bart will need his requisite 15 minutes to get changed into a very comfortable outfit and make his way over after picking up some breakfast. He'll be here at some point. Well, I don't know, 10:35 maybe. Hey, here's an idea. Bart walks in the door what time? Can we start having just a little pool among ourselves with Ray, Tom, and me, an exact time, a pool each week of what time Bart walks in the door? Ray, if I gave you your choice right now of a specific time this morning that Bart would walk in the door, you would take what?
10:28.
10:28. Tom Bauer, your response would be?
That's such a good time by Ray.
It really is.
I'm going to say 10:32. Why not?
10:32. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to go with the over. I don't want to do the whole Price is Right thing here, but I'm going to have a little less faith in Bart today, and I'm going to say 10:34. 10:34 a.m.
So
that he will be with us.
So now what's in it for the winner here?
I don't know. You want to go buck a piece? Whatever you want. Here's what should be in it for the winner. The winner each week wins the contents of the Bart Swear Jar in relation to the Pistons. We have a new Bart Swear Jar that every time Bart mentions the Pistons during the week, it's going to cost him, I think the number should be $5 myself, but right now it's at $1. So at the end of the week, on Friday when this happens, I don't know that this continues after football season, whether or not he's going to keep doing get up after football season. But at the moment, I think that's how we should play this.
I like this.
Yeah.
And as now that this is a thing, we can increase the total to $5.
Yes, exactly. Now that we're talking about somebody else's money. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you can be a part of the show instantaneously by simply getting involved, subscribing to the ESPN New York channel, getting in on the chat on the Bart and Carlin show on ESPN New York's YouTube page, where I am opening up right now, and I'm going to get all of you to be part of this. I'm excited for that. We've got so much to get to today. Here is what we're looking at. At noon today, we have Chris Canty. He will be joining us via phone. I saw him in person this morning as I popped over to their studio to go on Sportsmanlike, and I can only describe Canty as a new father like this. During every break, head goes down into the hand. My guy needs some sleep. That's very clear. And if you heard his first appearance as a father 2 weeks ago, that was evident. I was not here last Friday. Was Canty a little bit lacking in energy on last Friday when Grasso was here? I'm assuming it was up a little bit more.
I would say it was about average, I would say.
About average? Okay. So for Chris, that's good. And meaning that, not that he's low energy, but average energy for Chris is usually high energy for everybody else. That's what I mean. We have Sideline to Sideline. We have the frenzy of football, not to be confused with the football frenzy. Of course, the bit that was ripped off from us by the morning show. We will do the frenzy of football a little bit later on, and we do have Carlin's Corner Table, which will feature what I consider to be a New York institution. And at 12:45 today, we have the feel-good moment of the week. There's Eli Hall of Fame discussions to be had here. I'm getting a little tired of it already, even though we seem to know that Eli Manning is not getting into the Hall of Fame this time around. There seems to be an awful lot of people who believe that this is just a joke, that it hasn't happened yet. There are more. It seems at times that there have been more people this week more upset about that, and by people I don't mean Dave Rothenberg, than the Bill Belichick exclusion. All of that is patently absurd. There is Jets to get into, and what's really going on out in Florham Park right now. And when we hopefully would have an announcement of Frank Reich, could be potentially today at some point. There are the Giants to get to and their offensive coordinator possibilities, which there are two names that I love right now for the job since Todd Monken has taken the Cleveland Browns job. One would be Jim Bob Cooter, just because I love the name Jim Bob Cooter. And he actually, wouldn't it be ironic if the guy that fixed Daniel Jones this year came over to become the Giants offensive coordinator? And the other name would be Charlie Weiss Jr. Now, Jordan Runnon tweeted earlier, the early expectation is that Charlie Weiss Jr. would remain at LSU with Lane Kiffin. But if that is something that is subject to change, that is certainly the way the Giants should be going. And we will explain to what that means here in just a bit. I want to begin today with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And with the trade deadline coming up in less than a week now, exactly what has to happen? Well, let's get some context first. Shams Charania on SportsCenter, the very latest on Giannis.
There's 4 teams that have emerged as the strongest suitors so far in the process for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the New York Knicks, Miami Heat, Golden State Warriors, and Minnesota Timberwolves. But it all starts with the price point. And my understanding is the Bucks, in all trade conversations around Giannis, have asked for a blue chip young player and or a surplus of draft picks. They are getting some aggressive offers right now that include all-star caliber players, multiple draft picks. So they're going to sift through offers this week, next week, and see, does anyone rise to that threshold? The Bucks have also indicated to teams that they're not in a rush. They could handle this in the offseason as well if they so choose, but there's a double-edged sword there with that as well, because Giannis will have a little bit more control come the offseason, because next season will be essentially an expiring contract. He has a player option in 2027, so that means that any team that trades for him has to know whether he will sign a long-term extension.
The real question, as that is going to come into focus next week, is Giannis at 31 years old going to be worth pursuing at this point? Have we seen the best of Giannis already? And at this point, is he more someone that is likely to just continue to break down, especially considering his body composition? And is he somebody that at 7 feet, with how that all looks, is actually going to be able to hold up? Well, we'll spend some time discussing that in a few moments. The talent cannot be denied in any way, and the level player that he is cannot be denied in any way. This will strike some people as wrong to say, but I will say it nonetheless. And it's not a knock on his character. It's more of a knock on where we are in the league today and how this can absolutely happen and how I'm actually more understanding of it happening. I'm not so convinced that the calf injury has really been all that serious to begin with. I mean, if we're going to be truthful about it, opinion only, opinion. I look at Giannis. I look at the way he went down the first time earlier this year. I look at the way he went down the second time with this calf injury. And I just can't help but think Fugazi. I just can't help but look at this and say, how is this real? We have been dancing around what his future holds for the last year and a half. And finally, he seemed to hit a point in time where he had had enough. But the biggest problem with Giannis is the niceness. He does not want to be the bad guy. In this whole instance, it's not what he has been about in his career. Giannis has become a star in part because he's always been somebody who's been a superstar with a big smile on his face. I think back to things like Giannis going through the drive-thru after the Bucks won the championship a couple of years ago and stopping at Chick-fil-A and picking up a couple of 100 nuggets. And, you know, the people there laughing and he's putting up on social media. Like, he wants to be that guy that relates to the people, and he doesn't want to be the guy that is forcing his way out of the city by coming out and outwardly saying, I do not want to be here anymore. But it couldn't be more clear that Giannis does not want to be here anymore. When you talk about it may not be right for him to sit out now, I can actually start to argue it the other way. Even if he's not feeling all that bad with this injury, even if this injury is kind of fake, and I have no way of knowing that that's the case, okay? I really have no problem in thinking that I'd be okay with that. Because if you reach that level of your career and you have been the player that he has been, do you really want to go out there and risk actually getting hurt more severely or at all when you are trying to maximize your positioning to go somewhere that you want to go? We heard the 4 teams that were mentioned. The 2 that it seems Giannis would have the most interest in going to would be the Knicks and Golden State, I would think. That brings us to the teams that could actually make a deal for Giannis. Here is Brian Windhorst on Get Up outlining that.
The Golden State Warriors, primarily because they control all of their trade assets. If they were willing to offer all of them, that's 4 first-round picks, potentially a couple of pick swaps, plus some, young players that are interesting, including Brandon Pajemski, who's a Milwaukee native. If there are teams out there that can involve a 3rd or 4th team to improve their offer, a team like Miami, for example, and a team like the Knicks, I think the Knicks can make a compelling offer, but it requires them to really abandon what they've got going now and then to go out and recruit 3rd and 4th teams. Those are big hurdles to cross, but I think the Knicks can make a compelling offer. And Shams mentioned that Minnesota Timberwolves. He is not mentioning that for no reason. This is something, from what I understand, that Giannis has interested in. The Timberwolves don't have draft picks and don't have the young players. They'd have to center around veteran players, but that is something that we should keep an eye on as well.
Giannis wants to go to the Timberwolves. God bless him. Okay? Have a good time. Good luck with all that. The teams that could actually do it, whether or not the Knicks fit into that, it does feel like their position as the lone destination for where he wanted to go is starting to slip away, does it not? It feels like that is starting to get away from them. Here's Tim Bontemps, NBA Today. What would the Knicks have to trade in order to get Giannis?
It's going to be complicated. They don't have much in draft assets. They'd have to move Karl Towns and likely some other key players to be able to make a deal happen. But if the Knicks can get Giannis Antetokounmpo, expect them to try to do so, pair him with Jalen Brunson, try to end their own half-century championship drought.
There are those who would think, when we consider Giannis's history and now the calf injury, whether or not it's true or false or just an excuse to kind of sit tight until you do get traded somewhere where you want to go, that the Knicks could dodge a bullet here if they actually don't do it. To those people, I would say you're fools. I understand what your thought process is. Trading for Giannis at this point, to me, it's still something that you absolutely have to do. He is a top 5 player in the league. He has won a championship. He has put himself in the pantheon of great players over the last half century. His nickname is the Greek Freak for quite the reason that he is a 7-foot incredible athlete who can handle the ball and get up and down the court and can do virtually everything with the exception of being a great 3-point shooter. So when you have the ability to get that kind of talent, you have to do it. The Knicks would have to do it. I can't find myself a way to excuse moving away from the likes of Towns or OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges or whomever with Giannis and making that deal and trying to make the argument that the depth is going to ultimately kill them. I understand why you feel that way. If you trade for Giannis today, it is not to win a championship this year. I want to repeat that again. If you trade for Giannis today, it is not to win a championship this year. Asking that to all come together in the span of just a month and a half before you get to the playoffs is an awful lot. And it makes absolutely no sense to try to do that. And when I say that, I mean, when you're doing it now, you're doing it because you feel like it's your best opportunity to get him. If you get to the offseason, there are teams that will have opportunities to position themselves better to get him. There are teams that will try to widen what the pool of landing spots could be by having the back channel conversation, say, what do you think about coming over here? We can do this, we can do X, we can do Y. You don't need to add any more competitors into this. So if the Knicks' best opportunity to get Giannis is going to be now, that is absolutely why you do it. Now, if the calf injury is really a thing, you don't even need to play Giannis the rest of the year. I wouldn't have an issue with that. If that's really going to be a primary concern and you're thinking about trying to go win now, why would you do that with somebody that you can know very easily could blow out their Achilles? You wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. So with all of that in mind, you might try to make the argument, well, Giannis has to stay healthy. Yeah. Last year, Giannis played 67 games. Year before that, 73 games. Year before that, 63, 67, 61, 60. Is it killing you if Giannis doesn't play 20 games a year, if he's available in the postseason? Of course not. Of course not. These are all numbers that I can very much live with. These are not numbers where he's played in the 35-game range, where he's played in the 20-game range. That, to me, is a lot more about maintenance than anything else when you look at his history over that period of time. Giannis will come here as somebody that really is not broken down. And if you have a chance to pair him with Jalen Brunson, my dear Lord, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You want to make the depth argument? God bless you. I understand where you're coming from. Well, they don't have enough good pieces around him. Right now, they don't. Next year, they could. You know, talk about, Bart was bringing this up yesterday. You wanted to win the championship this year because the Celtics don't have Jason Tatum right now, and the opportunity's there. When you have Giannis and Jalen Brunson, I got news for you. You've got an opportunity to win a championship every damn year. Every single freaking year. Doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. I, at this point, would not keep anything from making a deal. And if I felt like it was my best opportunity to get him, then I do it. And I sit on it for the rest of the year, and I kind of let that go. Even when Jim Dolan says 2 months ago or a month ago that he absolutely does not foresee a big trade happening, that was before this whole thing fell apart. Jim Dolan will not blink an eye at trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. I'm going to get to your phone calls here in roughly 60 seconds. I have two things that are at the forefront of my mind. We have an over-under time at when Bart walks into the studio. Ray Deanahan has got 10:28. Tom Bauer has got 1032. I believe went with 1034. Right now it is 10:20 and 5 seconds. So we are closing in on settling that. The winner each week will get the contents of Bart's Pistons Swear Jar. Every time he mentions the Pistons on this show, outside of the Knicks playing at the Pistons on a particular day, Bart will be fined $5. That money will go into a jar, and at the end of each week, we will be betting, and the winner will get all of that money for the week and walk out of here, I would say, at least $20 richer, if I had to guess. As Bart on Friday has got get up and needs to get changed into a very comfortable leisure sweatsuit before he makes his way over here to do the show. And, of course, stop and grab a bite to eat. Let us start with Javier in Queens this morning on Bart and Carlin. Javi! What's up, baby? Good morning.
What's up, big fella?
How we doing?
Bart's missing out. I'm great. Bart's missing out. I was going to invite him to come with me and my boys to the fight tomorrow. I know he was interested. I got an extra ticket. Maybe he gets on while we're on the phone together, big fella.
That would be unlikely. Your thought.
Oh, and
what do you
also,
got?
Shout out to you. I got to go to Salt Hanks at the end of December.
Oh,
great
very
success.
nice.
That place is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Now, how long did you have to wait in line?
So I got there like maybe 20 minutes before they opened.
Right.
The line was already really long.
Right.
And then as the line started to move, they offered me to get takeout, and it cut the wait time by a lot.
Oh, that's
so we ended
excellent.
up eating it at the Five Guys. Yeah, we ate at Five Guys.
That's
We
you
ate
ate
the
Salt
$36
Hanks
sandwich
over
at
at the
Five
Five Guys. That is a true
I think
New
a lot of
York
people do
experience right there. And I would
All right,
hope that
so-
you were thrown out, and you probably were not.
No, absolutely not. We
Yeah.
were respectful. They love us at Five Guys.
Excellent.
So, listen, with the NBA talk, with the Giannis talk, so I've been wanting Giannis since before they got Towns. I thought, I thought he had New York written all over him. My joke was like a couple of years ago, he had back problems, so he was like an aging veteran, an aging all-star with back problems. He has New York written all over him. But for now, I think he's a great compliment to Brunson. I don't think you do it at any cost. You learn from the Melo deal that you don't just gut your team just to get the one guy. The one thing that I think is interesting is the Minnesota talk of it all. I thought that it was a good deal that they made when they traded Randall to get Cat. But if Minnesota lands Giannis by trading Randall, then I'll be out of my mind that they could have maybe gotten
Ray
Giannis
just
with
brought that
Randall.
up a few minutes ago off the air. What happens if Minnesota gets him by trading Randall?
Yeah, I would lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind. But
Yeah, that would be a tough pill to swallow.
I think Giannis fits better than Cat. But if it ends up being Cat, Cat at his best is he can be very helpful in the playoffs. He's just been so unreliable right now in the regular season. But what matters for the Knicks right now, it's going to be the postseason. I think Giannis will mix well with Brown better than he would have with Tibbs. So I'm all about getting Giannis. I just wouldn't gut the team right now. So
I understand what you're saying, and I get why that is a way to go. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's gutting the entire team. First of all, financially, Giannis and Towns match up. And if it's not that they don't want Towns, then you have to match up a couple of other guys, or you have to make a Towns and somebody else, and then they're adding in somebody else. Listen, I can make all of that kind of work. The problem is that Milwaukee seems to want a good young player and draft picks. Well, who is the good young player that the Knicks would trade in that instance? You see the point. Gilberto in the truck. Gilberto, good morning. Gilberto?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It sounded like I said that like
I was listening.
Yeah.
Intently. You understand?
Now, listen, I said Gilberto like I was a vampire. Sorry. What's up?
No. I'm sorry, bro. I apologize. I was just listening intently because the guy was making some good points. But these are points that you've been making since the early part of last year. When Giannis first came out and said, I don't want to be here no more. I think the icing on the cake with Giannis was the day that I think he had a fall and the fans were booing him and he booed back.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Right there.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
That was.
Yeah.
That was the last point. And I feel, honestly, that people are very confused about the Knicks not having the players to get Giannis. Okay? I'll give you Cat. I'll give you Mikal Bridges, because I never agreed that he was worth 6 first-round draft picks. If we would have had even 4 of those draft picks, we wouldn't even be having this Giannis conversation about somebody else competing with us. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him Cat, I'll give him Mikal Bridges, and I'll give him McBride. Okay? And I'll give him my number 1 draft pick, but the number 1 draft pick will be in 28 sometime.
Well,
okay?
you only have certain picks that you can trade right now because of what happened with the Bridges trade. So that's your issue there. And I believe they have this year's pick that they can trade. And then beyond that, it gets a little bit more complicated. I'm pretty sure it's this year and 29 that they have available to trade. But Bridges, that trade killed you. And I don't think you can go to Minnesota and say, listen, I don't have the picks to give you, but I got something that's worth 5 first-round picks, and that's Mikal Bridges. How about that? Yeah, I don't think they're buying on that front. Bart and Carlin, 800-919-3776. Ray, 1026 right now. Are you concerned about your selection of 1028?
No, I still feel good about it. I think the cold is in my favor. I think he's going to hustle over here.
Oh, that's a good call. I didn't factor in the cold this morning either. Clearly, because I'm wearing a V-neck T-shirt to work today, I didn't factor in the cold. Although I got knocked for how this thing looks. I don't think it looks horrible, but again, I'm a man in his early 50s. What do you expect? Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, just getting started. Get on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where I have got
30 for 30 podcasts.
Did you say someone got shot?
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest.
We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U, coming soon.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
New Jersey Transit, the big story this morning, 45-minute delays waiting for the train. That's all because of an earlier broken down Amtrak train. Bitterly cold temperatures. Make sure you are bundled up waiting for the train on that platform in New Jersey, or wait in your car, or try PATH or a New Jersey Transit bus. On the roads, the Bell Parkway westbound at Pennsylvania Avenue, an accident blocks 1 lane. BQE westbound 278, that's coming in toward Broadway at Queens. Broken down vehicle, left lane is blocked. And in Mount Vernon, we have an accident on the Cross County Parkway westbound right by the Hutch. At least 1 lane is out. Northern State Parkway, a crash reported westbound by Wantagh Parkway, and at least 1 lane is closed. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood, and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Ah, the Internet, a place where your curiosity can flourish, unless online threats stop you. The Internet is wonderful, but you need to protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. NordVPN encrypts your browsing. Its Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
Ray is out, 10:28 did not come through. Tom is out, 10:32 has not come through yet unless he walks in the door in the next 30 seconds. It is still within the minute of 10:32. I have got 10:34. Now, this is not a, Price is Right situation, closest as it can be without going over. I don't even really love the idea that, I would win if it's anything over 10:34. I want to really do this more in the spirit of how it is intended, and that is that you have to really knock down the shot. This is not closest to, all right? Closest horseshoes and hand grenades. It is not what time is Bart going to get here.
No, it's like the lottery. We roll the jackpot over next week.
All right, see, I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea. That's a great point. Next week's Mega Millions, well, in Bart's Pistons jar, it could be as close to the Mega Millions.
See, my initial thought was Bart just gets the money back, but I like Ray's idea better.
No, that's no punishment. Bart does not get it back. So then it'll roll over. So I have roughly 90 seconds left at 10:33 and 30 seconds before Bart walks in this door to win this week. I want to get to some of the chat. Over on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you should go. You should subscribe to the ESPN New York YouTube page and smash that like button. Get involved. Eitan Tomlinson, 2 calf strains in the same season. The Knicks are in the driver's seat. This is when it comes to Giannis. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe I don't take the calf strain all that seriously. Let's put it that way. If the Knicks actually traded for Giannis and he ended up playing relatively soon thereafter, it wasn't that big of a deal. Or it maybe didn't exist at all. And I don't even think it's impugning anybody's character or credibility anymore. It's about looking forward. And if Giannis is already mentally gone from Milwaukee, then it's like looking forward. That is where you have to work from. And if he wants to sit out and be healthy for that, I kind of don't have a problem with it anymore. It is amazing how times have changed that, I would not be all that upset if I knew he was tanking it around his injury. That is remarkable, but it's absolutely true. Real Santos David. Middleton and Drew Holiday are the real reasons the Bucks won that chip that year. LOL, they carried him. The only thing that made any sense was the LOL, and it was at your own statement. Middleton and Drew Holiday were fantastic. Giannis was not carried by them. Oh, my God, that's a dumb comment. Sound Supreme. Gutting the team at this point is crazy. I would take OG over Giannis. OG has improved every year since he has been here. Now, I understand the thought process that you're trying to have there. It doesn't matter, though, because wherever OG is going to improve to, whatever level he's going to improve to, is not going to be anywhere close to what Giannis is at the bottom end. And I think we all know that that's 100% true. KJ Jammer. How about Mikel, Cat, Yabusele, Kolek?
You want to repeat that one again?
Mikel, Cat, Yabusele, Kolek. You know.
Yeah, I don't think that's getting the job done, Chief.
That's getting the job done either. Bart has made his way into the studio. It is 10:36. We have started a new pool. Take your time getting situated here because it's cold outside. You get your hat on. You get your full coat on. Each Friday, here's the deal. On the Pistons swear jar that you have each week, where we have raised the price to $5 for every time you mention the Pistons. So as many times as you do that, we will keep that Monday through Thursday. Then on Friday, as you are making your way over from Get Up, and you get changed into your leisure suit, maybe pick up some breakfast along the way, Ray, Tom, and I will pick a specific time that you walk in the door, and if somebody nails it square on the head, you win the contents of the Bart Piston swear jar that week. If nobody nails it on the head, we roll it over to the next week. How are you feeling about that?
I like that. You know what's crazy today?
What?
I had to go through my entire book bag.
All right, now,
I couldn't.
Hang on a second. Had to go through your entire book bag. We could have another contest. What did he have to go through his entire book bag for? Ray Denahan, what was he looking for?
His computer charger.
Tom Bauer, what was he looking for?
I'm going to say cell phone.
I'm going to go with your ID to get into this building. What was it?
It was my badge to get into the Disney building, not this
one. The wrong badge!
Because you know, last time I lost that one,
that's a whole thing, bro.
It took me 5 months to get a new one. And
that mouse ain't handing out those badges like they're candy.
I had to have Jack used to have to come get me from downstairs every week and put me on the list, and that is horrible. I was like, it is no way in hell I am leaving here knowing that I can't get back over there to look for it after the show. And guess where it was? I put
in your pocket.
Yes, but listen, not that pocket that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
It's in my suit pocket. So I had already took my suit off. You see what I'm saying? I took my suit pocket off. I don't know why, because you got to get in the last door at the bottom.
Right.
So you use it to get it through at the top, to get through the little things that swivel. Then you got to use it once you come out the elevator, use it again.
Right.
So, of course, you got all your stuff on. I must have set it down on the table. And then when I was going to do the show, I must say, oh, damn, here's my badge, and put it in my pocket.
Listen.
And I put it in my wallet. So I took all the contents out of my wallet. You know how crazy my book bag is. I threw away a lot of stuff, but I had to throw it away to figure out where the hell it is because I got a little back pouch. I thought it could have went down in the pouch. Then I was like, you know what? Let me check my coat and my suit because I checked my pockets. I know I had to have it because I got in.
See, I joke about this, but this is stuff that I do all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And as you get older, it gets harder and harder to remember that type of stuff because you do stuff impulsively. You coming in, people talking to you, saying, hey, what's up? You walking down the hallway. I'm carrying my coffee. I got my book bag. I got my suit in a garment bag. And I must have I thought maybe I put it in here. That's why it's still unzipped. I'm like, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just on my outfit.
Right.
Then I have
6 pockets, yeah.
So then I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13
that's amazing.
different combinations there. And, of course, it's going to be in the suit.
Yeah.
In my front pocket. Not inside the suit jacket.
Not inside. No,
but
in your
inside the front pocket.
It's the worst.
I must have grabbed it when I was going on set. And it's like, man, come on, man. I cannot believe it took me 15 minutes to find my pass.
I have a spot in the house where my wife has put down, this is where the keys and the wallets go. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I got the Apple tracker on sometimes I put it in my book bag, but I have it in my wallet when I
put
when
the
I got
Apple
the
tracker
passport stuff
on me.
Yeah. Well, you guys just share your location.
I can't find myself. Well, let me check the phone, see where you are, chunky.
Yeah. You're on the corner of 5th and 48, man. Just make a left. Yeah, it's nothing like when you got to patch your pockets and then like going through the wallet too.
Yeah.
I had to take all the contents out my wallet, which is like a trifold. Nowhere.
And
I did find out
too because you're taking out, a punch card from Arby's from 5 years ago.
Exactly. I'm looking at valet tickets. And then the thing is, like, when you come over here, now upstairs, you can't just open the door.
No.
You got to use that badge to open the front door to get in.
Then you got to use your phone.
The badge. Then you got to use the badge again to be able to show them that you're in.
Right.
From security. Then you got to take it upstairs. Then you got to use your phone. Meanwhile, I'm carrying all this stuff. So, I'm like, all right, let me take it out my wallet, and then I'll put it in my coat, and then I'll remember when it's in my coat, but then I'll forget it's in my coat, and it'll fall out, and then I'll lose that. And we know how long it took me to get my good karma one.
All that we just started with what had happened was.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why it took me so long to get here.
That's all right.
Then it's cold as hell. I got to walk past the Tamarind people, the people in line for the Tamarind Hall show.
Yeah, I know.
They out there.
I see them every morning out there for the Tamarind show and for the Kelly and her husband, Mark Consuelos.
Sometimes they in tents. They out there like that at Cameron, crazies and all that crazy stuff.
It is insane to see the entire line of mostly women hanging out and waiting for Kelly and Mark Consuelos.
I'm like, nobody got
I know it's part of the company, but God bless them.
Like, nobody got a job?
Ugh.
Where do these people go to work at?
Listen.
We know they ain't working a night shift.
Some people take the day off for that. I saw Shea Pepler about a month ago, and she took the day off and brought her in-laws down to go see Kelly and Mark.
Crazy work.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Settle in. We'll get situated here. And
man, how about I saw Peter this morning. He was on the show with me. He's in Saudi Arabia.
He was on Get Up this morning?
Yeah.
You
got to push that WWE Survivor, Royal Rumble, whatever it is.
Yeah, he went to Saudi Arabia. He flew to Riyadh earlier this week. Going to have some Dubai chocolate.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
We call that oppression chocolate. with a hint of pistachio.
I did say to him on the air at the Beach Bash, because it was when Dubai chocolate had just come out, and he's like, "Oh, I had some Dubai chocolate the other day. It was unbelievable. Have you had it yet?" And I said, "No, I haven't had it yet because I don't hate women."
Yeah,
Bart
exactly.
Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Samwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SamwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Ah, the Internet, a place where your curiosity can flourish. Unless online threats stop you. The Internet is wonderful, but you need to protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. NordVPN encrypts your browsing. Its Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Hit the ESPN New York YouTube page. Leave your comments. Get them in. We will make them part of the show. Go there, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and, of course, like the show. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, as well as the ESPN app. We have spent the first part of the show discussing Giannis, and, you know, I do get the sense that a lot of people feel like, Bart, there are these four teams now that are in the mix for him, whether it be the Knicks, whether it be Golden State, whether it be Minnesota, who apparently, like, that's a Giannis thing. He's talking about wanting to potentially go there. That if the Knicks end up in a position where he goes somewhere else, I think more and more people by the day are feeling like they could be dodging a bullet if that happens.
But even if he doesn't go there, you've already flirted. That's like flirting with somebody and you find out that they don't really want you, and then now you got to go back to your ex, and your ex is looking like, nah, go there. I want out too. I'm not gonna sign no extension. Like, if you don't get Giannis, I think it's irreparable damage done to the relationship with Cat, and it'll never be the same because he knows that you flirted with a great player, but he felt like he gave you productivity. He won some series for you. He showed toughness in the playoffs. He helped you get to where you got last year, and that's how you play him.
Well, so what's the biggest fallout from that? The fact that Cat would be, in essence, driving his own value down as the Knicks would try to trade him at some point after that?
Well, I don't think – what I'm saying is I don't think it happens this year. And if Giannis is gone, then there's no Giannis to trade for next year in the offseason. And then Cat has an option coming up, and he opts out and he says, peace. I'll holler at y'all.
Listen.
Start over.
If he walks away and the Knicks have that much cap space to work with as a result, I'm not going to worry about that as much. I don't think
you're essentially losing a star and not have anything to show for it. He's going to walk away.
By saying this, I'm not showing probably the proper respect to Cat.
Right.
And what he is.
Y'all act like he like some scrub. Y'all act like
he's not a scrub.
Y'all show more respect to Mitchell Robinson than y'all do to Cat.
Right. But that's because he's a fan favorite type, and that's crap, obviously.
Yes,
Mitchell Robinson
but as far
is a fine defensive player.
As far as importance?
There have been 2 points that have been made recently, though. Number one, have the Knicks been a better team with Cat off the floor than they have been with him on the floor? There have been times where that
I'm sure.
There have been times where that has been true.
But I bet you can probably make that same statement if Brunson is off the court and the offense is going through Cat. Yeah. You probably can make that argument. Because you got two, of course it's going to be better because you got two defensive liabilities off and now you only have one. And you're replacing Cat with a defensive player in Mitchell Robinson.
The other argument is Cat truly a number 2 on a championship team? And my answer to that would be no. Because I feel like Cat's soft.
I always love when people say that.
I'm not going to be able to rely on him.
How far did that softness take you last year? He was
got
a
me
big
to the
part
conference
of that.
finals.
Right.
Yep.
Got you to the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me it can't get you to the finals? And when you get to the finals, anything can happen.
Well, what's happened this year then? Is this all on the coach then? I'm asking these questions because I'm trying to figure out where all the blame goes, and I think a lot of it goes to Cat, but Mike Brown is not blameless in all of it.
He's sulking. Like he's unsure. He's unsteady. Allen talked about the hand injury that he's trying to play through because, of course, if he's out because of his hand, then now he's soft again. So now you're just perpetuating or you're just pushing a narrative that's already out there for himself that he's trying to erase, that he's soft.
Well, if he's trying to erase it and he's playing through the hand injury and that's how he's trying to show it, good for him. My problem has never been just around the hand injury. He's always been kind of soft. It's always been a problem.
Soft is what, though? But he's still putting up buckets. It's not like Steph was a tough guy. He was a defensive liability for a while too.
Do people in the league take him seriously? Like I look at what Draymond and all those guys at Golden State were doing a couple weeks ago. And they're freaking laughing at him, and they shut him down like it was nothing.
Draymond choked out Rudy Gobert.
No, but my point is
Rudy Gobert
by showing that you can show how quickly and how easily you can get him out of his game. That's like the definition of soft.
Okay. Listen, this is a soft league. It's a bunch of soft guys out there that come from, dual parents' homes. They're not growing up like in the gutter. The ghettos aren't the ghettos like it was in the 80s where it was a tougher human being. You had to be a tougher human being back in the day. Right now you have access to everything, technology. Everybody got the internet. Everybody got cable. We was stealing cable. You know what I'm saying? We was climbing up the pole and stealing cable from the light pole. You know what I mean? These kids got access to everything. They can stream anything. Once they got Wi-Fi, they got access to everything. So now you just have a weaker person, right? So Cat comes in and Draymond's like Draymond is the league is so soft that Draymond is this era's Charles Oakley. He bullies everybody. Nobody checks him. Nobody chin checks him. So just because Draymond Green is able to be a tough guy, don't mean everybody else can do it. Like he fought back against the Pistons last year when we thought they were trying to punk him. He fought back and got him through that series. So it's not like we can call him soft. He's soft in comparison to what we're used to seeing as 40 to 50-year-old adults. He's not soft compared to these soft dudes. Everybody's soft in this league for the most part. Ain't no tough guys in this league. Jimmy Butler is like your goon. Like Jimmy Butler punking a bunch. Remember Jimmy Butler punked Cat, punked Rudy, punked the whole team and walked out of practice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those are tough guys. We ain't talking about Anthony Mason. We ain't talking about Xavier McDaniel. We talk about dudes that ain't even physically intimidating a soft generation of athletes.
But at some point, though, doesn't that have to change on the court? Because the guys who do show some toughness generally break through.
But toughness, everybody don't have to be tough. Like DiPietro Ferguson wasn't a tough guy. He was a respectful, mild-mannered.
Oh, no. But on the field, the dude was tough. Wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was finesse, though. It wasn't like he was a goon on the other. Woody was the goon.
All right, I'm not definitive. I'm not saying that guys have to be goons at this point. Yeah, what I'm saying is that
he doesn't play defense, so that's associated with not being soft. But is Luka soft?
Luka's a little soft, but
he a trash talker. He just don't play defense.
He doesn't play defense. But do I worry about Luka like fighting through traffic and all that stuff? No. I think Luka.
You worry about Cat fighting through traffic at 7 feet? You worry about him.
I've seen him get shut down enough where that's a problem.
We worry about him being lazy, not getting back in transition.
The body language,
right.
And the body language sucks.
That's what it is. But that don't mean. Some people just got that little weak face. Some people just got a face that just look goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're losing me here though on how I'm not respecting Cat enough, but it is a soft league, so he can be soft. Where am I supposed to put the line in there in the middle?
What I'm saying is you can win a championship with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, Minnesota almost did, and the Knicks almost did. And he was responsible for both of them.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, just getting started. So much on the show. Canty, later in the show, frenzy of football as opposed to the football frenzy.
The real frenzy.
The ripoff. We do the real frenzy. They do the ripoff. That is coming up later in the show as well. And we have got so much more to get into, including the Jets and the Giants offensive coordinator situation. All on the way, plus your calls at 800-919-3776. First up, though, Bart is going to tell you about our friends from Samwell.
Yeah. You wouldn't play the whole season with a bad knee and just hope that it gets better, right? So why would you do it in real life? If back pain, neck pain, or sciatica is slowing you down, you need to get in the game a real game plan. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Samwell Pain comes in. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no pain meds, just precise, non-surgical treatments designed to get you moving again. Same-day or next-day appointments are available. Most major insurances accept it. Go to SamwellPain.com to get back in the game the right way.
The Castle 09 on the chat over on ESPN New York's YouTube page. Cat will be fine in the playoffs, hopefully. I think that sums it up, doesn't it?
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Not sure what or who to bet this weekend? College basketball, NBA, soccer, hockey, what about horse racing? Well, The Wiz has you covered. Tune into the Fine Line Saturday at 8 a.m. as The Wiz talks totals, prop bets, money lines, and best bets. Plus, The Wiz talks about the big game. Who you got, Seattle or New England? Follow The Wiz on Instagram at Joe Wiz Sports. It's the best bet in town. The Fine Line with The Wiz Saturday at 8 a.m. Be ready to win.
Ox Spine and New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $179 for 33 months. Or buy with 0.9% APR financing for 72 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for these details. VIN SN379853, MSRP $33,425. Zero security deposit, APR $14.27 per month per $1,000 finance, ends 2/2/26.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Did you say someone got shot?
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest.
We had a killer amongst us. Murder at the U, coming soon.
Good spot for Michael K today. It would help if I hit the right button. I just told that to the control room. Hey, good spot for Michael K today. Thanks. Yeah, we know. It's going to be Brian Windhorst on with them today. Michael, I had texted Brian this morning to try to come on about the Giannis stuff, and he just got back to both of us and said to Michael's guys, I can do 1:30, and then he said to me, I can do noon. And I said, you know what? No. I didn't realize they asked first.
Yes, first. Go ahead. You know, it's all
do
good.
your thing. You do your thing.
We'll swagger jacket Monday.
Brian is always very good about that stuff, and he is. I say this all the time.
He never big times us.
Never, and he easily could. And I say this all the time. If you do not listen to the Hoop Collective podcast with Brian, Tim McMahon, and Tim Bontemps, you are missing out on a lot of basketball knowledge. It is a tremendous, and I'm not saying that as a company man. I'm saying this podcast specifically, I learned so much about the NBA every time I listen. Anyway, Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Let's get to some of the calls here at 800-919-3776. Ed, the limo driver, has been waiting a bit. He's next on ESPN New York. Ed, what up, baby?
Listen, man, don't worry about it. I'm sitting on the Van Wyck, sitting in traffic trying to get to Kennedy Airport.
Oh, my God, brother.
I'm here.
I have not been. I'm not going to lie, man. I have not flown out of or been to Kennedy Airport since the mid-2000s, and thank God. I don't know how you're doing it.
Listen, you got 8 terminals all being rebuilt.
Oh.
All right?
Oh, my God, that just sounds like the Van Wyck's a nightmare to begin with.
Yes. You know, so, guys, listen to me. As a Knicks fan, I don't want Giannis. Let me tell you right now he's nothing but a ruptured Achilles waiting. Okay? I don't want him. I'm not going to give up all his draft choices. Also, too, you got to grab his brother, You got to grab his sisters and everybody to come over to the team anyway.
What does that matter?
We don't want the nasties. We don't want the nasties.
Can you imagine somebody actually saying to Giannis, listen, we're trading for you. We'll give you the extension. We'll give you everything you want. No tenacity.
Yeah. Like, I can't come. Where my brother
hey,
goes,
Bart,
I go.
you know, like Bebe's kids.
Yeah.
Hey, Bart, you got to bring like Bebe's kids with everybody.
Don't worry. If LeBron says he finally wants to come to New York, you got to take Bronny too.
Absolutely.
I know you got to take them all. That's right.
All 6'1" of them.
You think I take the whole staff? But listen, guys, that's what I'm telling you, man. I mean, 5 years he hasn't carried his team. Every year the guy's hurt. He's over 30, and like I said, with that calf, he ain't joking. He's about to rupture that Achilles, and you know it, Bart. You know it. Look how many guys last year in NBA ruptured their Achilles.
Yeah, you have to be. You have to be scared. You have to be worried about it. Now, hopefully, you lead with caution. But you have to maybe give him some rest if he comes here. Then that means the people that you trade, you got to be carried by Brunson. And by the time Brunson, I think if you're going to get him, you get him after the season. And if somebody decides to be desperate and get it now, because you got to get an infrastructure around him.
Right, but what I'm worried about, though, is does the pool of candidates of teams he could get traded to get wider when we get to the offseason? In other words, is this my best chance to get him?
No, but it's predicated on the fact that he said he wanted to go to New York. He didn't say he wanted to go to Golden State. He didn't say he wanted to go to Spurs.
Apparently the Minnesota thing is like him kind of saying, hey, that's not a place I would mind going to.
Who the hell going to take Rudy Gobert?
I know. Listen, you don't have to convince me. Like, why would Giannis want that? Anyway, go ahead, Ed, real quick.
Yeah, guys, that's the thing is that you're giving up your whole farm for a guy that you don't even know is going to even be playing for you.
See, again, I'll go back to this, all right? Ed, you keep saying that. Bart, like, the way he's gone down twice, and I'm not saying definitively it's a fake, okay? But would I be shocked if this calf injury is not that bad and we're just sitting tight and, oh, my calf, it's broken. Just kind of hanging a little bit here. I don't think that this is the severity of the Kevin Durant type calf. And by the way, I said this before you got here, I wouldn't knock Giannis for actually sitting out right now and not wanting to play for the Bucks again and using the calf as an excuse.
Well, he should be using the calf to heal up in case he does get traded.
Exactly.
But the thing is,
and if the calf is a real thing, if the Knicks traded for him, the more important thing to me is to get him. It doesn't mean about winning the championship now. Next year.
It has to be about winning the championship now because this is when the field is weak.
But it's just weaker because of Tatum.
Yeah, right.
And Halliburton, I guess.
That's big.
Yeah, I know it's big, but if I have Giannis.
That's like saying, hey, try and win with Mahomes being hurt right now because you know his ass coming back. You better get it in while you can.
It's not the same thing.
Boston has been dominant, has been to the finals a couple times even before they won it.
But it's not like they have fallen off a cliff this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they ain't fall off a cliff and then you add Tatum, then what?
Well, my point is that if you have Giannis and you have Brunson, you're right there with all those teams.
With Giannis and Brunson, does that negate the fact that you're going to purge the rest of your squad though? Like what do you got to give up?
I don't know that I have to purge the whole thing.
I feel like
I get that argument.
I feel like you can get more teams involved in the offseason. You can get Utah, you can get the Portland involved, right? And maybe you can pull Giannis and Drew Holiday if you do it in the offseason.
David and Elizabeth next. ESPN New York. David, what the hell was that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef. I'm not gonna lie. Like right now, I'm super excited. I can't tell you why, but it's a good day, Bart and Chef. It's a good day, brothers.
What do you mean you can't tell us why?
Well, she gave you some before you went to work?
Nah, she's next to me though. But I ain't get some. But she next to me. Tell
she owe you.
She hears you, so appreciate you, Bart. You making life better for me right now.
You owe him some. Come on now. Man can't think straight. He gonna go out there and rob somebody. Somebody gonna step on his shoe in this cold ass weather. He gonna beat the hell out of him because he's frustrated.
See? But, I'm good because she's next to me. Yo, Bart, if you see the smile I have on my face right now, it's like, you ever see a kid at a candy store and all the candy's yours?
I have.
That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel, Bart. But let's talk sports real quick before we go. All right, so check this out. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, gentlemen, because of my situation. But the Shakur Stevenson fight, I need Shakur to come through and win. I need him to win.
Yeah,
man.
Brick City, stand up.
Yep. Exactly.
Terrafimo been trolling all camp, trying to push the fight, trying to act like he's slick and he's funny and all that stuff. And what it comes down to is jealousy. So he tells the story about how, like they looked at him like a loser because he used to lose in the quarterfinals as they were coming up, so he was never in some of the big fights. So they viewed him as a loser. So that just tells me that he has a lot of hate and envy. So he been hoping for this fight since he been watching these guys kind of be in the limelight, and he wasn't good enough. And now he's good enough. So now, it's going to be interesting if he can push and have to be aggressive. And Stevenson, if he can find some openings and be able to land some powerful, meaningful shots. Because Terrafimo is a dog. He is a tough guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not going to be easily broken, but Kambosos beat his ass, out there Kangaroo Jack.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to give Teofimo a little bit of his flowers because I like him as a boxer, but I'm just rooting for Shakur. But before you gentlemen let me go on some serious stuff, though, the Leon Rose, not for nothing, man. I know that it may be a little difficult, and gutting the team could hurt us to get Giannis, but they need to make that Giannis deal happen because, bro, I don't want to lose this opportunity to Ant-Man and friends or Kool-Aid Curry and those guys or whatever. But if I were Giannis, too, I would go and tell my agent, yo, dog, I'm only signing an extension in New York. Get me to Broadway. This is what I need. This is what I want. And even if we do lose a couple players, as long as we have the main guns, we could re-up later and we could make that run. But, the guard is down right now. And to try to win a championship, I would try to do anything I can. And, Bart, I think Giannis is pulling a U. My hamstring. When I get to Broadway,
James Harden
play, baby.
James Harden had the fat man suit on. His calf, remember his hamstring was hurt. He got to Brooklyn, was like, I'm good. I'm good.
Daryl Morey is a liar.
Yeah. He's a liar. He lied to me.
And the best part about all that is James Harden is doing a youth camp in China when he says all that. He's saying it to a bunch of kids in front of him who don't even understand what he's saying. Daryl Morey is a liar. There's a group of kids, the first English they ever heard in their life was Daryl Morey is a liar.
Dad, who's Daryl? Is he a player? And why is he lying to James Harden?
Subi in Midtown next, ESPN New York. Subi, what's up?
Yeah, I'm afraid this Knicks talk is because, they're not as exciting as they should be. But with Giannis, it'll be like Amari 2.0. Amari was a great player, and he did as much as he could, but there was other teams facing him. And I think Boston's going to get Tatum back, and then you have OKC in the West. At what point does this team have its ceiling, even with Giannis? Is there a ceiling? And then regarding the Saudi talk, I was just there last week. They're doing the best they can with what they have. Saudi Arabia is a great country, but they're limited in resources because it's a desert. And there's a lot of woman advancement going on there. So
I was just busting Peter's chops. I understand.
Yeah. But that country is a very interesting place.
Yeah, they can drive now.
Yeah, they can drive now, and they're working. It's just the women there. It's going to be interesting in the next 10 years, what we see, because they are wearing actual clothes now, which is a good thing.
Well, listen, I don't want to get into the whole thing.
That's not really coming too far. I mean, that just brings them up to the 1960s.
There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done on many, many fronts. But I also don't know, those who live in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones, so maybe we shouldn't be saying much these days about anybody else and anybody else's situation.
Yeah, we got no moral ground to stand on, man. Well, they arrested Don Lemon while he was covering the Grammys.
But Don,
come on, man.
But was Don trying to get arrested for getting some attention?
No,
what?
It was surprise. All the people that they arrested because of the church protests.
Oh, okay.
So they sent him why he was at the Grammys.
I thought Don was maybe going out there and trying to get some clout.
No, he was covering the Grammys. The Grammys are about to happen. So they having all the Grammy parties. As Melania movie debut. But did you hear the people saying that they don't need? A lot of the producers took their name off. They say they don't want people to know that they produced the movie.
Which movie we're talking about?
Melania, because of the ticket sales. It was a ticket sale for.
It was a flop.
Yeah, at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Center.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Derek in Hillside next. Derek, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
You got it.
Good, man, good. Wanted to touch on this Knicks situation, man. Like I said Tuesday when I was on the phone with you guys, I do not think this Karl Anthony Towns trade will be beneficial to the Knicks. It's like thank God for you, Bart, because it's so fast people forget what Karl was doing last year in the playoffs for the Knicks. Like, he was holding it down and helping them get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
And the whole point of bringing the team back was that they felt that this team was ready to make that next step, and that's why you changed the coach. Now, if you trade Karl, what you were visually saying is that it wasn't all on Tom Thibodeau. So now it's like you're going to gut your team because you're going to have to trade Karl, trade OG, and I keep hearing Mikal Bridges. That's the core of your team. You need those two players to win the championship. You can't just leave Giannis with.
Well, if
Jalen
Portland is going to be involved in it, then it should probably bring back Drew Holiday too. So I'm not mad at Drew Holiday, Giannis and Brunson, but
Drew Holiday have enough left in the tank?
I don't know. I haven't really watched him in Portland.
Exactly.
He was slowing down. He was slowing down.
He
was slowing down last year with the Celtics for sure.
Yeah.
He didn't have a big. Now you can say he was hurt last year, but he didn't have a huge effect last year. Now maybe if they go get it, if Jeremy Grant come with them, then they give you a little pogo stick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that adds some value. But my thing is, it'll be better for them to probably wait till after the offseason to see where they at and maybe go in a different direction then. But they got to try to give this team a chance to run it back. They have.
Listen.
And then just wait till the offseason so you don't have to gut your team as much.
The only thing I worry about with that is you talk about it getting more teams involved in the trade. Okay. But what about more teams wanting to be involved in getting Giannis? And the packages start to get a little bit more attractive from other places, whereas right now it looks like it's about 4 places that could do it.
Yeah, but Giannis, I think, has done enough for Milwaukee where they'll honor his wishes, even if they don't get as big of a return as they would want back.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Tullamore Dew time, my friends. Game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7:30 tonight. Knicks hosting those Trailblazers. Coverage begins 7 p.m., 880 ESPN, and on the ESPN New York app. 9:30, Nets visiting the Jazz. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I want to turn to the Jets for a few moments and the coordinator situation.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Jon Gruden speaks up on the reports that the Jets had reached out to him and he had said thanks but no thanks in regards to the offensive coordinator job. Here is Jon Gruden on WDAE in Tampa.
Well, there's a lot of reports we're not going to get into. As you know, there's a lot of stupid rumors out there. Some of these reports are ridiculous. Let's just say that there was never anything from the Jets, and I wish them well in their search for a new offensive coordinator.
So the report being that he's saying has no validity, that they never reached out at any point. Now, let's be clear. It's not a knock on the Jets. I don't have a problem with them not reaching out to Jon Gruden. Even if they did and they were told no, like, who cares?
The other league hasn't reached out to Jon Gruden, man. Jon Gruden that's a lot. Signing Jon Gruden is like signing Deshaun Watson. It's going to come with baggage.
It absolutely is. It's with this point in time, though, my bigger issue starts to become more and more about where they are, but more specifically where they're headed. And it just doesn't feel right now like it's headed in a positive direction. Now, when I talk about that, I mentioned that we have the head coach now seemingly calling the defense when not 3 days ago, that was not the plan. Yet the plan suddenly changed. Why did it change? We look at the owner and his involvement at different times and when he has kind of encouraged coaches to end up being the guy who calls the plays. Maybe he looks at Aaron Glenn right now and says, wait a minute, I'm paying you $12 million a year. You want me to go pay somebody else $3 million a year as an offensive coordinator to defensive coordinator come in and fix this when you're supposed to be a really good defensive coach? Why don't you go and fix it at that point?
Well, you see the trend, though, too. Like, this is what happens. I call this the Mike McDonald effect. We see a coach in the second year take a team to the Super Bowl that we didn't expect to take themselves to the Super Bowl. So what's the butterfly effect? All of a sudden, All of a sudden now, Robert Saleh's going to call plays. Now Aaron Glenn's going to call plays. Now Joe Brady's going to call plays. Only person that's got paid and got the bag that's not going to call plays is John Harbaugh. So I feel like now the new trend is if we're going to pay you $15, $12 to $20 million at the high end, you got Harbaugh at 12, Glenn at 12, you got Jim at 16. You're going to call freaking plays. We're going to eliminate. It's almost like Stephen A. Right when they moved over. And when Greeny moved over, it became Greeny and Friends. Instead of paying Michelle Beadle, instead of paying Jalen Rose, it became we'll pay a bunch of contributors, and the major money is going to go to you, and it's going to be your responsibility to make sure you make it work.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing with coordinators / coaches now. They're making them have to, if you're an expert at this side of the ball, why are we paying somebody else to do that when you can do that and be the head coach? Like you heard Robert Saleh in his press conference saying, this helps him connect more with the team because he felt like he was just a pom-pom cheerleader.
We have that cut. Why he will call plays in Tennessee.
I didn't call plays in New York, and I just kind of gave it all to the coordinators, even though we were still part of the game planning and all that. I joked with Borgo on game day when I didn't call plays. I felt like I was just a timeout and red flag guy. I had the greatest seat in the house as a fan, So calling plays for me, it's not necessarily about control, but it's about connecting with the players. When you are a play caller and you are calling plays, you feel the strain that you're putting on them with each call. You're feeling the connection. You're feeling what each one is going through. And again, like I said, I can feel the weight of the play call on individual players in those moments, and to be able to call plays and maintain that connection, maintain that feel for what the players are going through, I think is very, very important from my seat, and it's just one of the many things that'll change throughout my tenure.
Yeah, but don't give me that. He got the bag, and you can see the trend. You call plays. Sean Payton, offensive guy, calls the plays. You can say whatever you want. Andy Reid may or may not. I'm sure he's very influential in calling the plays, and he has a guy that he doesn't have to worry about on the defensive side. That's the new trend. If you look at all the coaches, they've all said the same thing. What did mentors say? I'm gonna call the plays, right? No more are we getting people that can facilitate and be a manager of people. If this is your specialty and we hire you, then we shouldn't have to pay a coordinator $4 to $5 million on top of what we paying you.
Okay, but you talk about the butterfly effect. We see this every year. And every 2 to 3 years, there's always a new way to skin the cat.
Yeah.
Based on how the teams that are winning are doing it.
Exactly.
And so if you want to point to that and say that's the definitive way to go, well, no, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And my biggest problem is all of the guys that you mentioned were great defensive coordinators. Really, really, or great offensive coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn wasn't.
Well, Glenn's going to say, hey, I didn't have the right personnel in Detroit.
For how long? It was years.
He gonna say the one time I was,
They brought in Jack Campbell. Everybody laughed at him. That dude turned out to be pretty good.
But he's going to say everybody got hurt. He's going to say everybody got hurt and we didn't have great personnel. I didn't have – when Hutchinson got hurt, we couldn't get a pass rush. We was on the streets signing Zadarius Smith. That's what he's going to say. He's going to say, listen, I'm a good coordinator. I just couldn't prove it because I didn't have the weapons. And we were built with all our draft equity and all our free agent equity. We were built on the offensive side of the ball with Penei Sewell, with Jahmyr Gibbs, with Ross St. Brown, with Laporta, with Penei Sewell.
Well, but the other issue here is why did this change? Why did it change in the span of 3 days? Where you're literally bringing somebody in the building. It's an understanding. He's putting together a staff, and then he gets here, and then you change what the deal is.
Because you see what's happening around the league, and so you pivot. After having one plan the entire December where it sounded good, I'm sure people are like, yo, man, why am I paying you all this money? What do you do? You ever had somebody ask you, like, okay, listen, you make more money than everybody. What do you do?
I've known many, many people that I asked that question to.
Yeah, like, what do you really do? Do you call the defense? Nah. Call the offense? Nah. I throw the red flag and I call timeouts.
We all have people in our lives who are paid a lot more than us, and you ask, what is it that you do exactly?
Yeah. You mess around, have a couple of days off work. Like, hold up. What the hell you do every day?
Vacation From what?
Yes, exactly. Hold up. Your whole life is a damn vacation.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, I do want to play one or two more Robert Saleh cuts just to hear what he had to say. He was asked, what did he learn from being the head coach of the Jets?
There's no handbook to a first time at anything you do, you know. And what I would say, the proper question would be, what didn't I learn? There's so much to gain from any time you're in the chair as a head coach, and there's so many learning experiences that I had. So I can sit here and talk to you for the next 4 hours about all those different things, but I can assure you that there was tremendous growth through the opportunity that I had with the Jets, and through that growth, I think I'm more prepared now than I've ever been to attack this position.
Okay.
And he took a year off, right? Unlike
from being a head coach.
Unlike some other people, like, it's going to be interesting. Where does Sean McDermott land?
I don't think Sean McDermott's going to coach this year at this point.
That's what I don't understand. How the hell does the Raiders not call Sean McDermott?
Well, they might, but if you're Sean McDermott, you're taking the job.
It sounds like they're going Clint Kubiak.
Well, but even so, if you were Sean McDermott, would you take the Raiders' job? I wouldn't. I wouldn't take that job.
I don't know. How many jobs are there out there?
But I might sit and wait for a year, and make that trip around the league where you visit all the camps. What is Sean McDermott's? I'm just looking up his career record.
It's over 60% for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that it is. 98-50. That is a 662.
Yeah, that's right up there with Harbaugh.
You're winning 2/3 of the games. 8-8 in the postseason, though. Never been to a Super Bowl.
That's 500 in the playoffs. A lot of guys are 500 in the playoffs.
Sean McDermott will absolutely get another opportunity to coach. And if I'm him, I think I could be a little more selective than just taking whatever job it is that I get.
Are we doing way too early picks? Like, who we think will get fired next year?
Did the Cardinals settle on their coach yet?
No, they still got Anthony Weaver coming in.
Yeah. Okay.
Ray, what happened to your hair? You got electrocuted by the microphone?
Ray's got a little cowlick sticking up, that's all.
Yeah, maybe it's just the headphones going on right now.
Yeah, I think it was.
Like Woody Woodpecker. Hey.
Ray's got his hair left. Give him that.
Yeah, he got a strong head of hair, man. Got that Jimmy Johnson starter kit.
DiPietro, a little bit jealous. 11:26. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York on the ESPN New York YouTube page. We go sideline to sideline next, right here. Don't forget to check in on the chat over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Leave your comments. We will get them to be part of the show.
This Saturday on The Gary Myers Show, new Giants head coach John Harbaugh joins the show at 1 p.m. to talk about how he's going to turn around Big Blue. Gary will also preview Super Bowl 60 with Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. It's all this Saturday at noon with Gary Myers on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Ah, the Internet, a place where your curiosity can flourish. Unless malware gets in the way. It's a place that can surprise you with phishing websites and trackers. The Internet is wonderful, but you must protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. Tech Radar named it the #1 VPN in 2025. A single NordVPN account secures up to 10 devices. What else? This cybersecurity tool also encrypts your browsing. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. NordVPN scans the dark web to check that the information associated with your email address is not exposed. Just a few clicks and you're safer online. Browse with more peace of mind. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Looking for the best meat and seafood at unbeatable prices? Get to Wild Fork Foods. They offer the widest selection of meats and seafoods you'll find anywhere. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. From beef and poultry to seafood, pork, and even exotic and game meats, you'll get the best value for your buck. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or order online for same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, your neighborhood's meat and seafood market.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Who's the black sheep? Where's the black sheep? Ray, this was out when you was in school, right? Can we get with this?
I don't know when that's from, but I would assume so, yeah.
Bart and Carlin,
Who's
ESPN
the black
New York.
sheep? This is like the 90s.
ESPN New York YouTube page. Get your comments in on the YouTube chat. Sometimes we have people who will just start going at it, and it'll be like 2 and 3 guys just dominating an entire argument, and the argument has been all over Giannis throughout all of it. Meanwhile, at 11:31 on Bart and Carlin, it is time on this Friday for a little sideline to sideline.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline
You lost your mind, what?
to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Tom Bauer is here to enlighten us, to go ahead and ask questions, to raise observations, to do it all. Tom, the floor is yours.
I'm going to try to do it all here, and we're going to start off with the whole Bill Belichick thing because I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off on this one before we get into the latest news across the league. So the whole big issue this week, of course, being that he has been left off the first ballot in his first year of entry to the Hall of Fame, and now we're starting to learn some names as to who didn't vote for him. Well, one of those people was Vay Gregorian of the Kansas City Star, who didn't do that. Yeah, that's a good question. Vay, B-A-H-E, Gregorian was one of those people, and he explains why he did this, and it's a little backwards. And I have more information if he doesn't spill the beans here. This is from ESPN Radio.
I know what happens to the senior candidates if they don't get in. They go back into what voters have long called the abyss, where you're back there with another 50 or 60, at least, people who have either been all decade or have been stars of the past that didn't get in their time but are certainly deserving. My thought process was, I don't want to see that happen to these three. I felt that was, to me, the most conscientious vote. I obviously recognize that Bill Belichick really is the most qualified of this group, but I also think his ascension to the Hall is imminent. Frankly, I didn't expect that he wouldn't get in this time. All voters, I think, were shocked just to see the result. None of us knew it until that ESPN report came out.
See, here's the problem, okay? Guys like that are the problem. Some of these senior candidates where they're going to get left off the ballot, maybe they should be left off the ballot. It's the Hall of Fame, and it's not the Hall of Very Good. If somebody was an all-decade player, does that definitively mean they were a Hall of Fame player? I would argue no. I think you look at the Basketball Hall of Fame, Bart, it is so easy to get in.
Oh, yeah, that's because the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the Professional Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame.
And now we are making it easier and easier to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But now we keep out the guys who actually should be in there. I'm not outraged, but that's just dumb reasoning. If somebody has been on a ballot for a long time and they haven't gotten in,
like Kevin
what does
Green,
that tell you?
Like Kevin Green should have been in long before he ever got in.
Okay, but I guess my point is, like, when we're talking about the Hall of Fame, should you really be on the ballot for like 15 years?
So basically what he just said is Tom Brady's going to get in first ballot because he's not on the senior type of tournament type of thing.
Yeah, I just don't understand
where
why.
Tom shouldn't get in if Bill didn't get in first.
Yeah, like if a guy doesn't get in through the regular process first, then we got to go to the senior process, then we got to go to this process. How about you're just not a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If it's that hard, if it takes that many times, then, bro, maybe you shouldn't get in. I mean, Eli's waiting now, but we all know that he's going to get in. But, they give too much power to people who have, I feel like, hidden agendas. Like, he's like, well, I just thought people was going to do this before. And, he was mean to us. Barry Bonds was mean to us. Jerry Rice was mean to us.
Listen, it definitely happened in baseball, whether it was those guys in particular. It definitely happened in baseball where there were gatekeepers who, like, if you didn't treat them well,
right,
you were going to pay for it later. That absolutely used to happen, and it drove me absolutely nuts. It's not about your personal interactions with people. It's not. It's about what that guy was in the sport.
I feel like every voter should have to explain why they voted a certain way. It don't have to be in public, but they should have to do it in front of the committee, and then we should be able to every 2 to 3 years they should have to be elected to be on that committee.
I don't disagree with any of that. I think it's a great point. Next.
So again, his ballot: Anderson, Roger Craig, L.C. Greenwood, no Belichick, no Kraft.
Anderson, Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson, yes.
Ken Anderson stopped playing 35 years ago.
Boomer wants him in.
I'm sure because he's a Bengal and he was his mentor. Kenny Anderson stopped playing football 35 years ago, and he was never a great player.
Yeah, let it go, Kenny.
Oh, come on.
At least he's being
L.C. Greenwood, how many great Steelers have there been? I'm a Steeler
put
fan.
Every 70s player in?
Love L.C. Greenwood. Not a Hall of Famer. Not. We got to make sure we don't get those guys off the ballot. Got to take care of those guys. It's such crap.
At least he's being transparent and it's not staying anonymous. I'll give him that.
All right. Listen. That's fine. He shouldn't have a vote if that's the case. Bart's right.
And then other people did the same thing.
Bart's right. You should have to write a 2 to 3 sentence explanation for each of your votes as to why they're getting in. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so moving.
And then we should have to do like one of those surveys so we can see what their strengths and weaknesses is.
Did you find out what yours were yet?
Yeah, I did.
Give me. Hang on. Sit tight. Everybody sit tight. We're going to find out Bart's 5 strengths. He filled out a survey recently for our company. We are a little short on time. Timeliness is not one of them.
Oh, damn. Let me find it for you.
Okay, now it's going to take some time. Next!
Well, we'll get to that at some point. All right, so latest with the Giants OC search. It looks like Jim Bob Cooter is going to be one of the guys, as Chris mentioned, that will be interviewing for the job. Kudos. I would love a Jim Bob in New York as well. And then, of course, as Chris mentioned earlier, Charlie Weiss Jr. is another one that is to be heavily rumored to the Giants. Jordan Renan's been all over that for months.
I heard that's fake news.
Connor Hughes even acknowledged it yesterday as well in his interview with us.
I heard that was fake news.
You heard it was fake news?
Yeah, from
Charlie
another
Weiss?
insider. They said they just pumping that out. That's his people putting it out there. He ain't going nowhere. He going to LSU.
Okay. Well, listen, if it was something that was real, I would be on that because I absolutely need to maximize the quarterback more than anything.
Well, it makes sense, but how long is he good for the quarterback? He's got, like, Mike Sherman is the one who did it with Ryan Tannehill But he didn't stay that long, and then eventually rolls out. You got to touch your finger because it's going to disappear.
Okay.
There you go.
Bart's strengths. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1, Bart's a relator. You and I share that as a top strength.
Yeah.
A relator or a realtor?
No, a relator. In other words, Bart enjoys close relationships with others. You will find deep satisfaction in working hard with friends to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'll meet you where you are. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Number 2, Bart is futuristic. He's inspired by the future and what it could be. You energize others with your visions of the future. Okay. Number 3, responsibility. All right, can we hang on a second here? We got a little problem here.
Outside of this realm.
You take psychological ownership of what you say you will do. Okay, I'll buy that. You are committed to stable values such as honesty and loyalty. Okay, that's fair.
You know that. I quit that other place.
It doesn't say anything about...
I quit that other place because they did my boy dirty.
That's true. That's true. Loyalty. That's absolutely.
It took a hell of a cut in pay, too.
Yes, he did. We're hoping to make that up. But
yeah, I'm trying to get it back, man. Come on, sales department. Help me get that cheese back on my taco.
Number 4, significance. You want to make a big impact. You are independent and prioritize projects based on how much influence they will have on your organization or the people around you. I get that. And then number 5 is no surprise. Competition. You measure your progress against others' performance. You strive to win first place and revel in contests.
That's why we got to get back on Nielsen. I want to be number 1.
As long as we're number 1 and bringing in money, that's all I care about. We're not that right now.
All right, Samwell.
For us personally.
Juice it up.
We have a little more Samwell later on we'll talk about.
Oh, juice it up.
I know we're killing the clock here. Once again, timeliness, not one of them.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, responsibility. We might have to knock that one off.
It's Friday. The whole floor's at home.
Anyway, let me just rattle through some news before I play another cut for you guys.
Sure.
Eagles are hiring Sean Mannion as their next OC.
Who?
Yeah, that is Sean Mannion to you and me. He is
formerly of Oregon State. They tried to sell that crap to me this morning. Oh man, but he played for Sean. He played here, and he was. I say, man, I don't even remember this dude ever been in NFL. Do you ever remember a play that this dude played in, a game that he started in?
No.
Thank you very much. This is the problem with the NFL. Everybody's getting juice off of he comes from the Sean McVay tree. At what point do you have the law of diminishing returns where this dude, coming off and he ain't as good as the rest?
It's the new nepotism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He coached, go coach here, and then we'll throw that on your resume and we'll give you a job. Come on, man. That don't mean absolutely nothing about his ability. And the problem is how half these guys come from coaching trees, and it's only one limb on the tree, and they only know one way to do stuff. So then when players get hurt, they don't have the personnel. They can't perform the same way because they only got one way of doing things. When you think about guys like Rex Ryan, 4-3-3-4. You think about guys like Bill Belichick, 3 wides when he played with the slot 50% of the time. Then you think about the jumbo package that he played with Algie Crumpler and Hernandez and Gronkowski, where he dominated with that type of offense. Being able to adjust to what you have and telling people, show me what you can do, not what you can't do. These guys that are system guys don't have nothing but one system. So when that system ain't working or people get hurt in the system, they can't adjust. That's the problem with the NFL. It's the problem with sports. Everybody's trying to say, fit into my system or we have to go. Well, what if you can't? What if you got to go draft a couple people 2 years later you can get to your system? We saw that happen last year. But what the hell we thought that Steve Wilkes was doing? I thought all along that the Jets should have been with that personnel. They should have been a 3-4 team. But no, I'm a 4-3 guy. All right, well, good luck with that, buddy. Got your ass fired.
Next.
Hashtag Cabo.
At any rate, as I was saying, that'll be Jalen Hurts' play caller number 6 for him on his career. Any rate, moving on. Clint Kubiak, apparently it's his job to lose out in Las Vegas as their head coach. Davis Webb withdrew his name from that job's consideration. He also interviewed with the Bills and Ravens, by the way. The Falcons have a new general manager that will be Ian Cunningham, the former Bears assistant GM. So it'll be Matt Ryan, Ian Cunningham, and Kevin Stefanski running things in Atlanta. And finally, we end things here. Remember last week, fellas, how Terry Pegula of the Bills...
Pegula.
I always get that wrong. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. What do you call him, Peghead?
Anyway, remember how he trashed Keon Coleman in his terrible presser? Well, Josh Allen came to his defense most recently.
He will come back from that. I'm not going to give up on Zero. He's got too much ability, but I will not give up on him. We're going to work tirelessly, him and me, and as well as everybody else in this building, to make sure that whenever we step foot on the field, that we're going to find ways to win football games, and he's going to be a part of that.
That may have been Joe Brady.
Bro, that was Josh Allen. That's his voice. Joe Brady sounded like a frat boy. Listen, that's a week too damn late. Don't come to my defense and speak up for me now. That's a week too late. In the world of instant communication, you could have got your ass on Instagram and Twitter saying we going to get it right. Don't come a week later after somebody asks you a poignant question because they found you out somewhere, you know what I'm saying, to now you want to come to his defense. Newsflash, get me the hell out of here. Screw you. Hope you never win, bum.
We're going to make Bart smile in a big, big way. That was not the greatest sentence I just uttered, but we're going to do it anyway. Next, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
This thing with Giannis sounds like something could happen.
The Knicks are in the catbird seat. I would call his bluff if I'm the Knicks. Hey, we're here. We'd love to have you, but it's going to be on our terms. We're not disrupting our season. We've just won 4 in a row. We believe we've got a team good enough to challenge in the East and get to a final. We'd love to have you, but we're going to have you during the summer.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $189 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM844681, MSRP $29,075. Zero security deposit ends 2/2/26.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. 1 day, 1 meal, and 1 New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Sometimes you just want to make your partner on a radio show feel good, that you're not always criticizing what he's doing, that you actually do care about him and you want good things for him.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if you caught it last night. You know what happened in Dallas last night?
Oh, yeah, Mark Aguirre.
The Mavericks retired Mark Aguirre's number. Now, I don't know what's going on with him health-wise because he was really having trouble getting around.
But he looked thin.
And he also, but his legs, he needed help. Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper both were having to kind of help carry him up to the podium.
I missed that part. I know that Derek Harper, man, that's my boy, man. He been down there eating all that extra barbecue.
Boy, Derek and Rowe had put on some pounds, man. They look big.
And he was leaning over, too. That's what I'm saying.
Rowe Blackman used to be rail thin.
Somebody told me something a long time ago to make me think. He said, man, you never see old-ass St. Bernards or old-ass Great Danes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see, that's why they say, like John Sally is a straight-up vegan. He said, man, you don't see 70 and 80-year-old seven-footers. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see old fat people, which is why I'm trying. By the way, I haven't lost a pound this week. It's ticking me off.
But it's okay, man.
It's ticking me off to no end.
But you don't know. You could have gained some muscle.
I didn't do anything to gain any muscle. Except it's the muscle in my ass.
That's that. You got to say I'm not sitting on the couch this week because the couch is like
I wasn't really sitting on the couch.
It's the black hole. You sit on the couch.
The problem is the last 2 days I've been doing a lot of work on the game I got tomorrow. By the way, is that game on 1050, Ray, or is it on 880 tomorrow afternoon? It is SMU and Louisville college basketball on ESPN Radio. I believe 1050 at least. Yeah, it's on 1050. Tomorrow afternoon, okay.
Why they just don't give you a residency with Rutgers?
What do you mean residency?
Residency.
Like I used to do the Rutgers basketball games, but I gave that job up when I went to Philly.
Well, they should give it back.
Because I'm not going to take Jerry Recco's job back.
Why?
I'm not going to do that to him.
Why?
Because people who come back from after they leave shouldn't take people's jobs back.
No, go take your job back. Like, sorry, I'm back. Sorry, excuse me.
I'm not going to do that.
Got you going all over the place when you go right down the street from your house.
No, it's okay. Anyway.
Take it back.
So last night in Dallas, the Mavericks retired the number of Mark Aguirre.
Their number one overall pick, too.
Yes, if you don't know Mark Aguirre, he's probably the third best player in the history of that organization behind Nowitzki and Doncic. I would say.
Yeah.
The team with the Mavericks in the mid-'80s, they pushed the Lakers hard.
Yeah.
With Roe Blackman, Derek Harper, Mark Aguirre, James Donaldson, Sam Perkins.
Yeah.
Roy Tarpley when he was able to handle himself.
Didn't Sam Perkins end up going to the Lakers?
Yeah, after that. But they had a really good team in the late 80s and pushed the Lakers to a Game 7 in the conference finals. Having said that, they then turned around.
Kidd too.
Well, that was pre-Kidd.
I know I'm saying great players in that organization.
Yes, that's true.
And
that's
maybe
true.
Jamal Mashburn.
He's probably behind those guys.
Okay.
But anyway, point being is Aguirre was with those guys and was a terrific scorer from DePaul.
First number one pick.
Yep. I believe it was 1979 was first overall pick.
Man, is he that old? Because I know Isaiah's his best friend.
So Isaiah showed up.
Yeah.
So Isaiah got up on the speaker, and I think Isaiah did something that was incredibly cool for Mark Aguirre, and it will make you smile. Isaiah got up there. I couldn't get the sound to it this morning. But Isaiah Thomas got up there and said, I want to thank the Dallas Mavericks fans and the Dallas Mavericks organization, because if we don't trade for Mark Aguirre, we don't win championships with the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah. Remember, replace Adrian Dantley.
If you remember when that trade went down, not to be too old, that I remember because I was away on vacation. It was like in February. It was right around the deadline. And I was first time I had ever gone to anywhere in the Caribbean. I was like a senior or junior in high school. And the trade was Aguirre for Adrian Dantley. And Adrian Dantley was so ticked off he didn't show up for a few days.
Yeah.
He didn't show up for like a week.
Remember, when they do the tap-tap, they talk about Adrian Dantley even though he didn't win a championship. Now, when you get traded from a team and the team wins a championship, do you still get a ring?
It's kind of their discretion, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, so that's why he was on the tap-tap documentary.
Yeah.
But he was like, he called the people over. You want to know why I'm getting traded?
Yeah.
Because that dude right there don't like, because he didn't want to turn the team over to Isaiah.
Right.
Because he was the all-time leading scorer like in Utah.
Right.
Yeah.
AD had a tremendous career.
He was a walking bucket. Yeah, he was a walking bucket.
Yep. But he got so ticked off that he got traded that he didn't show up for like a week. And the Mavericks were going to be like, Aguirre showed up and played, and they were going to like, hey, you know, if AD doesn't show up here in the next day or two, we're voiding that trade. And anyway.
Because they actually forced him out, though, too. Like, he had Warriors welcome out. Mark Aguirre had Warriors welcome out there because they say he was like a rogue bad boy.
Well, yeah. He certainly took a lot of ill-conceived shots.
To explain to our listeners, I'm trying to think who was in that draft class. Because that draft class was loaded. He was number one. That's what makes it crazy. The fact that he's number one out of that draft class. I think Isaiah was in that. Was Isaiah in that draft class from Indiana? And he may win like third or something.
I thought Isaiah was like 80. I'm sorry, it was the 81 draft, so that might have been Isaiah. That was, let's see here, Aguirre. Isaiah Thomas went second. Buck Williams went to the Nets third.
Man, the strongest human being with the nappiest chest hair in the history of basketball, Buck Williams right there. That's a grown-ass man.
The other guys that you would recognize, Orlando Woolridge went to the Bulls at 6. Tom Chambers went to the San Diego Clippers.
People do not understand how Tom Chambers was as a basketball player.
Ro Blackman went 9th.
Oh, so they had 2 top 10 picks.
Albert King went to the Nets at 10. They had 2 top 10 picks. Kelly Tripucka.
Went to the Pistons. So the Pistons had 2. Did everybody in the top 10 have 2 picks?
It seems like it. Any of the other names you'd get, Herb Williams went in that. Danny Shays, Larry Nance.
Ooh, Larry Nance, a dunk on your head, boy. That's Cavaliers, right?
Larry Nance was the Cavaliers. He actually was drafted by Phoenix.
So they must have traded Tom Chambers because Tom Chambers actually played for Phoenix for the most. That's where I know Tom Chambers from.
Danny Ainge was also in that draft. He was playing baseball, too. Yeah. Anyway, I thought you would get a kick out of that.
Yeah, man. I for some reason, there was no basketball on, so I kind of went to the NBA channel, the association.
Right.
But I thought he just looked small, like he was keeping himself in shape.
Yeah. No, there's something going on. I didn't look into it. Okay. Here's the deal. They have the football frenzy. We have the frenzy of football. And what that means is you get your chance to call up, fire away with questions relating to football, and we go through them rapid fire.
800-919-3776. 3776.
I don't know why I blanked there for a second.
It's okay, brother.
800-999. I almost said it. 800-919-3776. Your calls right now. I will recover from having the stroke I just had. And we will get your calls coming in. Canty is going to join us in a moment, so you want to start lining up now with your football questions. Rapid fire! Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Talk about stepping up! Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. And get this, if you're a new customer, all you have to do is bet $5, and you'll get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. So this is your last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Frenzy of football coming in 10 minutes. 800-919-3776. Get on board right now with your questions. We will get them in rapid fire. The lines have officially been opened. It is noon on Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, which means what?
It's the power hour, 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 hour.
Wow. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Is that 24 for Mark Aguirre?
Yeah, well, you know, boy been in the gym a little bit, getting that cardio up.
Well, our guy Canty always looks like he has been in the gym. He joins us right now. Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike each and every day, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. And, of course, you on ESPN Radio with Michelle Smallman and Evan Cohen. And, of course, you see him on First Take throughout the course of the week. Good afternoon, Mr. Canty. How is the sleep situation?
The sleep situation is what it is. On a good night, I'm getting 5 straight hours. So I feel like my wife and our night support is to be commended for that. But that being said, Carlin, I know you said it looks like I've been in the gym all the time. Let me tell you where I ain't been. Is the gym. It's because I'm in daddy boot camp right now, and it's teaching me how to deal with back-to-back blowouts, which I came home to this morning.
You asked a question that I didn't have an answer to that I think got a little bit overlooked. Perhaps you could ask it to Bart today, because I asked you what has been the most surprising aspect of fatherhood. So maybe ask Bart this question in relation to, as you said, blowouts.
Oh, I know a blowout.
I was surprised, Bart, that my son could get poop between his toes. So I was dealing with a blowout situation last week. And, I mean, it went through the diaper, through the base layer, through the onesie. And I'm like, all right, this is a problem. I know this is going to be clean up aisle 2.
Yeah.
But I get in there, and I'm peeling back the onion, so to speak. And I get all of his clothes off, and I throw the stuff in the baby's hamper. And then I realize that my son has got poo between his toes. And we're not just talking about 1 or 2. He's got poo between all of his toes. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how is this possible? That it could get through the diaper, that it could get through the base layer, that it could travel down the leg of the onesie and into his foot, where it was all between the toes.
Well, you know.
And then here's the part, before I let you chime in, here's the part that complicates it for my son, because he doesn't like the cold wipes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all of this while wiping him, and the wipes are cold.
Yeah.
So he's crying. I mean, just, absolutely bawling. And I'm like, I've got tears in my eyes because, number one, it's grown man style with my son when it comes to, his poos. Yeah. But then, like, number two, it's like, it's my 3-week-old son. So, like, and he's crying, and I want to do something to help him, and I think I am doing something.
Yeah.
But when I use the cold wipes, it only makes it worse in terms of the crying.
So, one, you got the onesie, right? So, like, how does it happen? Liquid will always find a way, right? So, it probably ran down, and it probably had a blowout for a long time. You guys are going with formula, stuff like that. His stomach's new to breaking stuff down. Usually what slows our digestion down is the fact, because you're going to be surprised when you start getting hard food, how massive his poops are in comparison to yours. You're like, man, his is bigger than mine. But just think, ours get formed because we got all this kind of corrosion on our walls, so ours got to squeeze out through a different thing. His just he got young poo, so his just come out, and you're like, how did this come out of this little bitty person? So get used to that.
So Bart, what you're saying would make sense if it was a liquid, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Like I said,
damn.
Grown man.
It wasn't liquid?
That's what I'm saying.
He got hard poos already?
No, I mean, this thing was like mustard, man.
Ah.
Like,
Yeah.
like this thing was.
But it found
like
a way.
A little grainy in there, but I mean, like, you get the deli style mustard. You know what I'm talking about with the little.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The high grain.
I'm painting the picture for you, Bart.
Now,
that's what was on his foot, in between his toes.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's hard to get out too. You got to get him a full out bath. You can't wet wipe that one.
Bart Scott. No crap.
Well, no, actually, plenty of crap.
But
exactly.
But also you got to have the wipe warmer. You got to have a wipe warmer so that the wipes are always heated.
So we got the wipe warmer on deck. The wife ordered one earlier this week.
I should have told you.
Hopefully it'll be here by end of day today. But see, this is where you're a bad friend, Bart, because all of the things that you got me on the registry for the baby shower, all well and good. I want to say thank you to you. Also, thank you to the big fella. I know his gift is on the way. Excited to get it. But Bart, you've been here, done that, got the onesie. You got to know what we don't know, which is you need the wipe warmer. This should have been something that you had,
especially with a winter baby.
And you But Bart, you didn't give me a heads up, and I'm disappointed.
That's because I didn't forensically go through an audit of your entire baby registry list.
Canty, I've got the solution to this whole thing. Okay, I started on Zepbound, one of those GLP-1s, a couple weeks ago. I only go to the bathroom like twice a week, man. Maybe we go that route.
Big fella,
you can't get a baby a fat burner, Joe. We try to put weight on.
Big fella, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I will say this, and I can say this as a man with experience with GLP-1s and now with a newborn. If you have a newborn, you do not need any weight loss drugs. Trust me, running around, doing everything for a human being that literally can do nothing for himself.
Yeah.
You are not eating. You are not thinking about food. All you're thinking about is making sure the kid lives to fight another day. That's all you're thinking about.
Yeah,
you completely forget to eat.
I'm gonna stick with the needle. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this. Since my son was born, I've lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
That was 3 weeks ago. I've lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
And you probably got sleep deprivation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not eating and I'm not sleeping. Guaranteed way to lose weight. I might not be the healthiest, but I'll look good in clothes.
That's why I thought you'd been to the gym.
Exactly.
Canty is with us. Let's get into a little bit of football. First of all, locally, we haven't talked a whole lot about the Harbaugh thing. Like the Harbaugh thing, I think we'd all agree is obviously very good for the Giants. What is your takeaway here, though, on what they need to be doing at the offensive coordinator spot? Charlie Weiss Jr.'s name has come up. Jim Bob Cooter's name has come up. All these names have come up since Todd Monken got the head coaching job. What trait are you looking for, number one here, in order to develop Jackson Dart from your coordinator?
Well, I want somebody that has a great working relationship with Jackson Dart, and that's why Charlie Weiss Jr. is very attractive to me. Obviously, we know the coaching pedigree. He's been in and around the game all his life. But the experience that he had with Jackson down at Ole Miss and the success that they were able to have in turning Jackson into a first-round pick would be what attracts me, especially when you're bringing in a coach that's close to 60 years old and John Harbaugh. You're talking about somebody that as a coach has a blind spot when it comes to the generation gap and being able to connect with the modern athlete. And that's a part of what ousted John Harbaugh in Baltimore. So I would be excited about being able to have a young offensive mind in that coordinator position for the New York Giants to be, somewhat of a buffer or a liaison for the head coach with Jackson Dart, your quarterback. I think having Charlie Weiss Jr. in that role would be great.
Now, the reports are that he's going to go to LSU with Lane Kiffin, and that's how do you woo him apart? And if so I'm going with the notion that why would he want to leave Lane Kiffin when he's going to have more job security than if he goes to Harbaugh? If this thing flames out, could be three and done, or he can get released before that. So with that being said, who's some other maybe candidates that Giants fans could get excited about or should get excited about?
Well, I mean, Bart, you go to the place of looking for quarterbacks coaches, looking for people on the offensive side of the ball that could be up-and-comers. You're starting to see this wave of former quarterbacks that are being thrust into these play caller roles. We saw it with Davis Webb in Denver. We're seeing it with Sean Mannion with the Philadelphia Eagles, 2 years removed from being a player in this league. So you're starting to see this wave of, quarterbacks phasing out of playing football and stepping right into coaching jobs and play calling responsibilities. So you're looking for somebody of that ilk, man. And here's the thing. When you have an established head coach like John Harbaugh, you can afford to take the risk of bringing in somebody that's a little bit of a novice when it comes to that respective role. I think the key for the Giants when it comes to their coordinator position is much more about how that person relates to Jackson Dart than it is about the X's and O's and actually sequencing plays, so on and so forth. I'm not trying to dismiss the importance of a play caller. I will acknowledge that it's more art than science, and experience always is the best teacher. But in this instance, because of how important it is to make sure that John Harbaugh connects with the players in that locker room in a meaningful way, I think it's mission critical to make sure that you get somebody that can relate to Jackson Dart and somebody that's skewing on the younger end of the spectrum, and potentially somebody that is not that far removed from playing the game themselves.
But do you hold it against Harbaugh that he was ill-prepared once Todd Monken was gone, that it seems like they put all their eggs in the Todd Monken basket?
No, I don't hold it against Harb.
It seems like they had no plan B.
Well, I mean, Bart, listen, I get it. And sometimes, you can back into making the best decision for your franchise and for your quarterback. So now it's about utilizing the resources that the Giants have, leveraging the brand and the opportunity to bring in, the next great offensive mind. And listen, there'll be no shortage of people that are interested in this job. There's stability with how John Harbaugh has structured his contract and how the organization has, restructured itself around him. So if he taps you to be the offensive coordinator and the play caller, there's a ton of upside when it comes to working with Jackson Dart and working with John Harbaugh. So by no means do I think that this isn't an attractive job. I think it's just a situation where they've got to find the right fit from a personality standpoint that can satisfy the head coach but have maximum impact on the quarterback.
Chris Canty with us, of course, ESPN Radio each and every day. It is on Sportsmanlike 6 to 10 a.m. with Michelle Smallman and with Evan Cohen. When you look at the Jets coordinator situation, what do you make of what's going on here?
Man, it's crazy. Bart knows that, I'm a big fan of Wink Martindale. I know he is too. And the fact that the situation fell through on the defensive side of the ball in the way that it did is very, very, very strange. I don't know what to make of it. It's very weird. I'm a fan of Aaron Glenn too, but just the way that everything went down and some of the reporting around it seems very odd. They've moved on from a ton of the staff that Aaron Glenn put in place in his first season. So, I'm curious to know how much autonomy he's been given by ownership and by the front office to reshape the coaching staff in the way that he wants to do things the way that he wants to. If they decided to stay with him after a really rocky first year, then I think you got to give him the runway and allow him to see it through. And I'm not quite sure that that's happening in Florham Park. And forgive me for saying this, Bart, but the Jets are not an organization that I give the benefit of the doubt to in terms of functionality.
I mean, it's understandable. I mean, we kind of had talked about that quite a bit this week. All right, the game itself, coming out of this past weekend, is this a game that is highly competitive in your mind that you're going to spend a week talking about? Or is this one that you kind of have a feeling could go one way pretty strongly? Because I say that setting you up because that's kind of where I'm leaning right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Seattle is the better team, top to bottom. The only question is Sam Darnold going to give away the game? And I think Sam Darnold is a completely different quarterback than in years past. I think he's a completely different quarterback from 2024 to 2025 and to now. So I'm curious to see the version of him that comes out. But this is something that we've always talked about when it comes to Sam. There has never been any question about his physical ability. And we're starting to see that come out now. You're starting to see him, make all of the throws. The only question that we've had about Sam in the past when he was with the Jets and at other stops is the 6 inches between his ears. And you never quite know how a player is going to respond, how a player is going to react when they get in the big one. This is the game that forever changes your legacy. If you win it, you are a Super Bowl champion for the rest of your life. But if you spit the bit, it'll be a performance that nobody forgets about. Nobody will forget about Russell Wilson throwing a pick in Super Bowl 49, which was the last time these two teams met to play for it all. Like those are the types of moments that can shape your career. And for Sam, he's had some of those on a smaller scale, the seeing ghost game, Monday Night Football. But this performance will usurp that. And the question is, will it be a positive from Sam's perspective, or will it be a negative?
On the other side, what about, Drake May has played like horse manure, during these playoffs. I mean, talk about 87 yards. Yeah, he made the plays with his feet, but I kind of think that if that game doesn't get snowed out, Denver getting a win at the end of the game would have had an opportunity to win with a backup quarterback that hadn't thrown in 3 games. And the game before that, only to be out, his bad play was only outdone by C.J. Stroud's. So what about, a young player? Like when you went to the Super Bowl with Eli was a veteran at that point, and going against the super team. But I think we will both agree that the better team and the hotter team is the Seattle Seahawks, and the team that have played the best in the playoffs and the stiffer competition has been the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, what's interesting enough is it's like, it's a neutral site, so it feels like a road game for both teams. Both of these teams are phenomenal on the road, right? The New England Patriots I don't think they've lost a road game this year. They've got the Road Warriors theme, and then they've got the theme from the movie The Warriors as one of their mantras. And they're going up against Mike McDonald, whose team is 15-2 over the last 2 years, including the playoffs on the road. So, like, both of these teams know how to play a brand of football that travels well. The only question is which quarterback can play make while avoiding the self-inflicting wounds. And so I think that's the question that you ask yourself. But even with some of the mistakes that Sam Darnold has made, this Seahawks team has been able to overcome them, and they've done it with special teams. They've done it with defense. And I would anticipate much of the same in Super Bowl 60. This is a really good Seattle team. Never going to dismiss the New England Patriots, Drake May, Mike Vrabel. This is that organization's 10th time of playing in the big game, so respect to them. But it feels like the Seattle Seahawks are in the driver's seat when it comes to being able to dictate the terms of engagement with this particular game.
Canty, we'll talk about the game much more in depth next Friday. Get some rest. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one, boys.
You too. Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike each and every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2 with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. Right now, it is time for the football frenzy. Lines are open. Did I just call it the football frenzy?
The frenzy of football.
Shame on you.
Holy crap.
You just called it a Big Mac.
It's
a Big Mick.
This is what happens.
2 whole beef patties, no sesame seeds, special sauce.
This is what happens when people steal your bit. I mean, they've got me thinking like them. These clowns in the morning, Rick and Dave, stealing our frenzy of football and calling it the football frenzy, and I just accidentally did that. It's intellectual theft.
Intellectual, just it's bootlegging. Let's call it what it is.
It's utter crap. 800-919-3776. Your chance to get through right now, anything football related, and we will take your calls in a rapid-fire fashion. The lines are open for you to do that at the moment. So let's do it.
Did you hear the new segment on Bart and Carlin on Friday?
They have the football frenzy.
They have the football frenzy. We have the frenzy of football.
Yes.
They're saying the segment's so good, we want a piece of it.
Yes.
It's the same.
They got the golden arches. Mine is the golden arcs.
But different.
They use a sesame seed bun. My buns have no seed.
Seeds cost extra.
Listen, whatever helps them get to sleep at night, okay? Whatever helps them get to sleep at night. 800-919-3776 for the frenzy of football. Mark in Long Island is up first on a frenzy of football. Mark, what's up?
What's up, Colin? There's no way Eli's not a Hall of Famer. I'm only giving a Giant fan because my mother is. Eli's a Hall of Fame. Pin him in. I don't care how long it takes.
Eventually he'd get in there. Kevin Green was a Hall of Famer. They made him wait. A lot of guys have to wait. Like Eli, the problem is Eli's records in between Super Bowls, right? Where he's thrown more interceptions than anybody in the NFL. His touchdown passes are up there, and his last years didn't end well, right? Where you look at the same guy in the same class, Ben Roethlisberger won 2 Super Bowls, but he also was always in the playoffs and didn't have losing records at the same time. So first ballot is for the Tom Brady's. Okay. You know, it's for like the Joe Montanas. It's for the undoubtedly like great players. Eli, you would probably say he's going to go in the Hall of Fame, but he was a good player, not great. Never has Eli we considered
first ballot.
I mean, we definitely he's not first ballot. We didn't think that Eli at any time during his whole career did we think Eli was the best quarterback in football. Not once. No. Not once did we ever think that. So that's reserved for a special group. He'll get in. And listen, it's a lot of us that'll never get in. But the fact that we know that he's going to get in He just has to wait his turn. Because how do you tell, like a guy to me like Luke Kuechly deserves to be a first ballot? He was amazing. Didn't win a title. But for how he dominated, it was times where we thought he was the best linebacker in football. When Ed Reed was up, we knew that Ed Reed was the best player, not just safety in football, but maybe the best player on the field. And so, like, when you don't have that, that's just how it works.
All right. To be clear on one thing, Brett Favre is the all-time interception leader with 336. Eli is 11th on the list. Brett Favre also has 500 touchdown passes. Vinny Testaverde has 267 career interceptions. And
well, Eli's record is what?
Right.
About 500?
Eli's overall record is exactly 500. And I heard Dave trying to make this argument the other day. That, well, if you take Eli out and if he had retired after 10 years, you know, the record would have been a lot different. But he didn't.
But he did,
and
right.
He kept playing, and you can absolutely point to him being part of the reason that the Giants were not very good later on as well. Eli Manning will be a Hall of Famer, but let's not get outraged that he is not as of yet. Ryan Patterson, Frenzy of Football. Roy!
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon, guys.
What's
it's always good to talk with you guys. Listen, I wanted to get your thoughts on something or another. We've had 10 head coaching openings. There's 2 left. And I'm wondering, are any African Americans going to be out of this cycle? Because it doesn't look all that promising. With Anthony Lynn, Brian Flores, Antonio Pierce, nobody's getting that. And the other thing is that why hold on a second. Why are these guys getting $5 million a year for rookie head coaches, 5 years, and then they're getting $10 million like Anthony Glenn? What the heck is going on with that?
I mean, nobody complained. You ain't complaining when Aaron Glenn got it, But the thing is, like, that's the going rate now. These organizations worth $14 million. Their star players are making $60 million a year. Like, of course, that's just inflation, right? You got college coaches making $10 million, right? So why wouldn't these guys make it when you have a more profitable product and you're making more money? It's just the rising scale. Like the good coaches like John and Jim. I mean, hell, Bill Belichick was making $20 million a year. That was like 2 years ago, like 5 years ago.
We have a comment coming in with a question from the YouTube chat where you can put them as well. John Drummond on YouTube. How many games next season before Aaron Glenn is fired?
They're not going to do that again.
Not in the middle of the year. I think they learned their lesson on Salah.
And they still owe him 5 years. They still owe him
3 more years after this.
4 years after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're going to have to be patient. That's just what it is. You can't give up on somebody. We talk about giving up on Sam Darnold, giving up on quarterbacks too early. We can't do the same thing for the coaches.
Anthony and Hawthorne, you're on the Frenzy of Football.
Hey, this question's for Bart. Bart, I wanted to get your take if you like the Jesse Minter hire and if you think the Ravens could get back to double-digit wins next year. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, when you look at the Minter hire, remember he's somebody that was already in Baltimore for 2 years, so they know how he is, how he prepares, and how he relates to the players. He wasn't the coordinator; it was Mike McDonald, but he was a guy that was instrumental in their success back then as well. He went to the Chargers. Chargers instantly, without a lot of talent on defense, became one of the best defenses in all of football. Can't deny that. The Ravens are trying to get back to their brand, the same way that the Giants are trying to get back to their brand. The Giants don't understand it. It's about toughness, physicality, and it's about playing tremendous defense. And that's why they brought Harbaugh in. I think that's the same reason that's the same reason that they brought in Minter, because Minter is going to bring them back to the prominence of a dominant defense, which is when this team and this organization has ever won Super Bowls. It hasn't been because of their offense. It's been because they had suffocating defense. When you look at the two teams that's in the final part of the tournament, you wouldn't call, even though people say Drake May is a a potential MVP candidate, you wouldn't call him, in my opinion, I wouldn't call him and I wouldn't call Sam Darnold consistently a top 10 quarterback in this league. I know this is an outlier year. You can maybe that is his future, but you wouldn't put him before Burrow. You wouldn't put him before Allen. You wouldn't put him before Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't put him before Patrick Mahomes. It's a lot of quarterbacks. I wouldn't put him before Matthew Stafford. So this lets you know that, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. And before that, if you go back to the Final Four, it was C.J. Stroud and it was Bo Nix.
You go through the staffs of now Seattle, Baltimore, the Chargers, and the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
That you talk about
musical
incestuous chairs. And the new nepotism. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Go right through it.
It's all good old boys club.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. In moments, we visit a New York institution for this week's Carlin's Corner Table. That on the way, in addition to the feel-good moment of the week.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Samwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SamwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Pizza ball. This mozzarella. What's that? Amore. It's Amore.
It's a Tarantella. Isn't it the Tarantella? Yeah.
I don't know that song. It's Amore. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's an Italian anthem.
But I'm not Italian.
Well, I know.
I guess I can be Sicilian.
Bart Carlin.
Extra melanin in my
ESPN New York.
The extra melanin in my
Once
skin.
again, very helpful for me.
They dipped down to Africa. It was messing with them peoples.
I don't mind if you...
Like Andrew Jackson.
I want to be clear about something before we get to Carlin's Corner Table. I don't mind if you make comments that might be somewhat, borderline, inappropriate, whatever. It would just be nice to be able to participate in them with you. Because when you do...
Come on in. It's safe, but the water's cold.
No, these are called career enders. No, for me, no.
Come on into the water at the deep end.
I can't do that. I can't. Here's what I'll do. You and I will make a contract, okay? And you will hand me the $10 million when we get fired.
If he goes,
so that I don't ever have to work again.
Who's coming with me? Come on, Ray. You're coming with me, right? Come on, guys.
No.
I'm leaving. Who's coming with me?
Nope, not at all. Hey, Carlin's Corner Table.
I had some bacon. Chris Carlin likes food.
Onion rings done right kick the ass of any French fry on the planet.
Chris Carlin has opinions on food.
You call yourselves the Burger King, you're a disgrace.
It's Carlin's Corner Table.
I need fat in my burger.
Well, this week it's a very special edition of Carlin's Corner Table, where we go to a New York institution, John's Pizza of Bleecker.
Ooh.
Now, you may know it. johnsofbleecker.com.
Oh, I love the new animation. Look at that, man. That is a mate.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like that.
I got a surprise for Carlin.
On the YouTube feed. Excellent.
The likeness is
stunning. A little cartoon Carlin with me saying bon appetit.
Yes.
Anyway, John's Pizzeria of Bleecker. Now, there are two locations. John's of Bleecker is at johnsofbleecker.com. And then they also own John's Pizzeria NYC. Now, John's Pizzeria, which is John's of Times Square. Now, why is this special? You may have heard me talk about it before. I got married at the John's of Times Square. We had our ceremony and our reception up there on 44th Street, and this week was my 19th anniversary.
Oh, congratulations. Going back, baby.
Thank you. So, in order to celebrate properly, I went over to John's because I wanted to know. I haven't been there quite some time. We used to go and get pizza on our anniversary at John's because at our actual wedding itself, it was a crime. I barely had any pizza. I see my nephew walking out of there with boxes of pizza.
Oh.
I mean, they say at your wedding, make sure you eat.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. You ended up talking to everybody, did not get a chance to. Right. So I went back and we got married there in 2007. It was my wife's idea. She had been to a couple of events there. That was the one in Times Square, and that is a former church. The one in Bleecker Street is just a small pizza place, but it's the same people, same pizza, same everything. And, Bart, I went back because it's very good pizza. And it's not, we're trying to overwhelm you with geniuses. We're trying to show you what's new in pizza. We're trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
No, this is just about straight up good everyday pizza. And is it going to continue to deliver almost 20 years later? So I went in the other day. One thing you have to know right off the bat, which is something that I respect about a pizzeria, their mantra, no slices. You don't go in and buy a slice.
No slices?
No, you can't go in and just get a slice and get it heated up. You know why?
Why?
Because they don't believe the quality of their pizza comes across when it's just a heated up slice and it's been sitting around for a while. So you have to order a pie. You don't have to order a large pie.
It's a team sport.
Yes.
It's a team sport. It's not boxing. It's not one slice.
Exactly. So it says on the door and on the awning, no slices. Okay? That's number one. So I ordered what would be a medium pizza. It was a 14-inch pizza. And John's, you can either sit in there and eat or you can get it to go. And I ordered it to go. And I did it from the mobile broadcast unit. That is my car.
The mobile broadcast unit.
And, Bart, a lot of people talk about flop. Like when you hold the pizza, does it have a lot of flop?
Can it hold its weight?
Yeah. It has a little flop, but that's not a problem. Flop is okay as long as it's not dripping all the cheese and all the sauce onto your pants, right? You can have a little flop at the front end of it as long as it's a good crust. Bart, first bite, number one, it brought me back. It is still a high-quality pizza. They use really good ingredients. They use really good sauce with a good taste to it. They use really good cheese, and the crust is an excellent crust with a good crunch. It's a oven-baked pizza, or like not just a pizza oven.
Yeah.
They also put it in the brick oven. I literally, during the ceremony of my wedding, had pizzas coming out of the brick oven not 5 feet away. And this pizza holds up to the test of time. What I would recommend is you're not going in there trying to order anything fancy.
What's your feelings of a Hawaiian pizza?
I'm not a big Hawaiian pizza guy. Pineapple has no place on pizza to me.
Okay.
That's a whole thing. But my wife is different. She's from California. She believes in that.
California pizza.
Yeah, exactly. That all aside, you just get the John's Margarita. It's a simple, plain pizza, and it's very, very good. It delivers. It holds up to the test of time, and you know what it is? It made me believe in the strength of my own marriage. The foundation upon which our marriage is built is strong.
No need to get a new slice. The old slice is still good.
And if you're just in New York City and you're just looking for good pizza that's not going to kill you in the wallet and is just going to deliver, is going to hit right, it's John's Pizzeria. John's on Bleecker, John's of Bleecker, or John's Pizzeria in Times Square, John's Pizzeria NYC, and johnsofbleecker.com. Okay? Check those two sites out. 4.5 Carlins out of 5. 4.5 Carlins out of 5.
How much is that because of the nostalgia that it brought you back to that moment, too?
It's not. It's not.
Not even
and I
half
love
a
my
Carlin?
wife. It's not. I love my wife. Maybe a half Carlin, but not really.
Okay.
Because the pizza is just really good.
Still hitting.
Good cheese, good sauce, good crust. Perfect across the board. 4.5 Carlins out of 5. Okay. Today's Carlin's Corner Tape. Video will be up later this afternoon.
You know what's interesting? I pay attention to our intro, not ours, to the intro of Carlin's Corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear you talk about great onion rings and how it kicks the ass of every French fry.
Mm-hmm.
How do you measure a great onion ring versus a great tater tot?
All right, so a great onion ring is one that is beer battered, not battered in breadcrumbs. First of all, the one that's breadcrumbs and all that's kind of crispy on the outside, you get it everywhere, because there are crumbs like everywhere.
Off.
The beer batter ones, it's much easier to take a bite, get a good bite. It all separates. You're not dragging the entire onion out of the shell.
Right.
And if you cook it long enough, like if it's well done, it's perfect. That, to me, is a perfect onion ring. I am not a tater tot guy. necessarily.
Not even truffle tater tot?
I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. I would say that I am lacking an opinion on tater tots. I'd say they satisfy the job and any port in the storm kind of a snack, appetizer, side, whatever you want to call it. I'm not anti-tater tot. I'm not pro-tater tot. I have no opinion on tater tots.
Shoestring, French fries, wedge French fries, waffle fries.
Probably shoestring. I also throw steak fries. A lot of people don't like steak fries. I do. I like waffle fries. I like wedge fries. There are not many fries that I don't like. There really aren't. I think it could all work.
When's the last time you peeled a potato and hand cut them, and just fried them in some grease?
Let me look. Never.
Never?
I have never made French fries myself.
Wow.
My mom did back in the day, and she made pretty good
And
ones.
they got the little machines, too, that
Yes.
you just, like back in the day, like in the hood, we couldn't afford to be able to.
Oh, you mean to just cut the potato and all that?
Just cut the potato, man.
Yeah.
Like
No.
those be hitting, too.
The
And then,
only-
like, it's unlike the shoestring, you got a lot of real potato. You got a lot of meat in there once you get the crisp in there. Like, the problem with these shoestrings, you get them a lot of times from the store. They process, they're hollow on the inside.
I would not buy shoestring fries from the store. The only place I would get shoestring fries would be McDonald's.
Or Shake Shack. McDonald's
those
not
are
really.
crinkle cut.
McDonald's not really shoestrings.
Yeah, they are.
They're not thin enough to be shoestrings. And you know, like
You're thinking about uber thin kind of things.
Yeah, like
those are like potato straws almost.
but not that thin.
Yeah.
I need some meat in the middle of it.
No, I agree.
Some body.
I'm with you on that. But like Shake Shack is crinkle cut.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, Shake Shack is crinkle cut. We're murdering the clock right now, but deal with it because it's Carlin's Corner Table. The
Bye,
damn
guys.
segment, the damn show is named after us. Deal with that. Feel-good moment of the week next.
This Saturday on The Gary Myers Show, new Giants head coach John Harbaugh joins the show at 1 p.m. to talk about how he's going to turn around Big Blue. Gary will also preview Super Bowl 60 with Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. It's all this Saturday at noon with Gary Myers on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday. One last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite or riding with the underdog or maybe building one last same-game parlay, make it count, all right? Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football will be officially done after this game. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 and over, physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with the gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE 467-369.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $179 for 33 months. Or buy with 0.9% APR financing for 72 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN379853 and MSRP $33,425. Zero security deposit. APR $14.27 per month per $1,000 finance, ends 2/2/26.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Rich Eisen here. LinkedIn Jobs is stepping things up with their new AI assistant so you can feel confident you're finding top talent. Get this. Employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Yeah. I wrote this in 2-part harmony, Chris. 2, 4, 5, 6. Just got paid. It's Friday night. Ass is freezing. Feel so tight. Booty freezing. Freezing in the wind. Oh, yeah. The weekend is here. Just got paid. No football on. I'm going to be all alone. Looking at the grease. Got the remote.
That was amazing.
It's the Martin. Chill like a mud. Chillin'.
I'll tell you, it does. That song really perks you up. Really perks you up. Gets you ready for the weekend, man.
Bring you back.
I love it. Get
ready for that winter bomb that's coming.
But so here's,
Arctic
are we
bomb.
Getting it here or not? Like, what's going on?
We don't know. I hear a bomb above us. I don't know what the hell going on above us. I'm glad I'm getting off. And you by yourself.
It doesn't look like we're getting anything here. I got to go to Kentucky.
Oh, it's gonna get you.
God, I hope not.
Doogie had to get home early because he was afraid.
It's
his
South.
flight's at 7. No, but it's going to hit and then it's going to curve, and we're hoping that it spins out before it gets up here. But it's still going to hit like New England,
right.
The upper northeast. We might be in the pocket, the sweet spot, like Philadelphia, North Jersey, New York. But it's going. Long Island might get it.
Wow. Looks like Louisville's okay. I'm not going to get hit there.
Hopefully that's real east. That's in coastal.
Yeah.
Atlanta gonna get that smoke.
Woo! Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. It is time for the feel-good moment of the week.
Every Friday with Bart and Carlin, we highlight the feel-good moment of the week. Presented by the Samwell Institute for Pain Management.
Time for you the feel-good morning of the week, brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Hey, what is the feel-good moment of the week?
The feel-good moment of the week, Bart. We were struggling because it has not exactly been a feel-good week.
Yeah, it hasn't.
But I'll give you this. Sam Darnold getting to the Super Bowl. See, Sam Darnold, to me, a lot of Jet fans, no, I don't feel like Jet fans hate Sam Darnold.
The basket's changed.
Like, we could not make this the feel-good moment of the week if it was Zach Wilson getting to the Super Bowl.
Zach Wilson got a very punchable face on site. He can't even come to New York.
Exactly. But the Sam Darnold getting to the Super Bowl, I feel like Jet fans next week, while they will be disappointed that it didn't happen in a Jet uniform and they'll be lamenting that, they will be rooting for Sam Darnold, especially against the New England Patriots.
Of course.
To go out there. And kind of how cool would that be just when you look back at his Jet career and that's the game that kind of defines it I'm seeing ghosts out there.
This one's for Sam.
So what do you think? Is that the feel-good moment of the week? I think it is.
It has to be. It just shows you that maybe the Jets and the upper brass wasn't wrong. They picked the right guy at the wrong time. And he was 20 years old, and they couldn't wait because of all the back-to-back losing. They had to try and reset the market. And in hindsight, it's 2020. I guarantee you they would have preferred to build around Sam Darnold. So even if we would have had some mediocre seasons, he still would have been able to bring you this type of play at this point of his career. He was here 3 years, been gone 5 years. Maybe if you would have got the last 2 years of Sam Darnold in a Jet uniform, you would have took 7-9. You would have took 6-11 or something like that if you knew that you would get 14-3 and 14-3, back-to-back seasons and maybe a potential trip to the Super Bowl. So just buyer beware. So before you run people out of town, sometimes you just got to say that maybe this time can be different. Hint, hint.
So that is your feel-good moment of the week.
Oh, yeah, that is the feel-good moment of the week, brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. For pain-free, visit SamwellPain.com today so you can get back to the life you love. Simple as that.
I got knocked for this shirt earlier today. What do you think about this?
No, that's a great shirt. It's super soft.
You can be honest with me.
Because it's Pima.
What is Pima?
You have some type of elastic in it because it's a blended fabric. It's not just cotton by itself, so it's a blend, so that's why it's so much softer. That's why you can always see the different striations in that. It's not one solid color because you have multiple blends with it. That's why it's probably soft to the touch.
Okay, so here, go ahead.
Yeah.
Feel that.
See, and it has a little Pima to it. See?
It's nothing.
Pima is just like satin, like has a little stretch to it.
All right, so, it's got stretch.
Yeah.
But Evan Cohen looking at me this morning, guy who obviously has no fashion taste. He's wearing a V-neck T-shirt. Like, okay.
First of all, a V-neck T-shirt is V-neck.
What's wrong with this?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and...
Listen, it's not like he's going to the Met Gala next week.
Yeah.
Pump your brakes.
There's a lot of try hard there on his part, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's the hair color going on. There is the let me wear the outfit that makes me look 10 years younger in my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wear I'm going to wear like a sport jacket with a hoodie or something like that,
Oh, I'm Whitworth.
Andrew Whitworth.
The guy with the toe cramp was picking on you.
Yeah, that was the other thing. So I went over there this morning.
But they don't have enough magnesium?
I don't know.
Toe cramp?
We didn't get into the specifics of what happened. I stopped in because Michelle Smallman, my wife, reached out to her. My wife has got a girls' weekend coming up in a few weeks in early March. And Michelle, knows the city, right? She knows the places to go. So
Rectamundo. She's a socialite.
Exactly. So Michelle texted me a whole list of places. So my wife wanted to do something nice for her. I got her a bottle of wine, and I stopped in just to drop it off. And they asked me to come on for a few minutes. I came on. And then Evan, in the middle of a segment, got a toe cramp and literally got up, walking around writhing in pain.
Wow.
And left the show, walked out of the studio with a toe cramp.
So you mean you tell me he can't play hurt? Such a wuss.
So a friend of mine who won the Ray Guy Award as the top punter in the country, Adam Korsak from Rutgers, sees my post and he says, hey, toe cramps are debilitating. And I wrote back, you're a punter.
Right.
He's a
He's
talk
not
show
punting
host.
Yeah, all he had to do was stand on his toes and stretch it out. First of all, he needs to get some more sodium in his diet. He must be trying to lose some weight for a vacation or something. He probably been playing around during the holiday months, and he probably took that shirt off and didn't like what he saw.
Between him and Rick, the two of them trying to preserve it.
Let it go, man. Let it go, man.
Michael Kay is up next. He has got you from 1 to 3 this afternoon. He will have Brian Windhorst on the show at 1:30 today with the very latest on Giannis, and then, of course, Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
I'm sorry, before we finish, can you check this out? The general manager for the Vikings fired. I wonder why is that? Yeah, might should have signed Sam Darnold, dummy.
Quasi Mensa?
Yes.
Wow, got fired. How about that?
Fired. Yeah, I probably think that's because you let Sam Darnold walk away and he took that team to the Super Bowl by J.J. McCarthy couldn't play dead in the country western.
Kay's got all that next. Right on the
With
right on the
Progressive
Vikings.
customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the middle circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.